finish the job. No, then we will see what will happen. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Uh, like I always do, I introduce myself. I am George Broby. I live in Belgium, and I've been living here for a very long time. In my retirement, this is what I'm getting: being moderating the MPP, MPP supporters worldwide debates are here every weekend, the Saturday and the Sunday. And I'm so happy we've come to this end of it. We still have one more time to do it, which will be next week, Friday, and then we will move forward. And it has also been a wonderful time working with Sami Boatin, who has been my timekeeper. He's been doing wonderful. Mr. Sami Esuman has also find time to produce and help us with everything we have been doing, even the recording, trying to put all the pieces together and giving us back feedback on our WhatsApp platform so that people can know who is saying what and who is saying that. And I'm so happy that I can have Ohima, who has been with us for a very long time, representing Team Ken. And I want to say, Ohima, thank you for what you have been doing. Sir Krufi, I can't say much. I can't say how thankful we are for the work you have been doing. And I'm glad that you never get angry even when they push you to the limit and you do your best. I will say, Ayuko, for what you have been doing for your team, Baumia. And Chief Collins, who is also from the UK, and he has also good links with Team Ken, and he brings ideas. And I know, say, all the things they say and do on this show no, are all some of the important deliberations or candidates. It might not be in the heads of the plan of their candidates, but and I know it will work. I'm happy that I can be working with you guys. And then you start to show no, and how we are going to do it, it's very different from the all the time. This will be questions. And maybe into the minds of people. Sometimes it comes into the WhatsApp. Any idea? Or see, the first question goes, maybe I'll start with the friend say, Sakrufi. Sakrufi. I didn't see Baumia team, no. Maybe I'll say it first in English. I'll say, why does the Baumia team, Dr. Baumia's team, repeatedly assess that Kennedy is not suited for the presidency? Yes, and then producer and there two on. Into your question we are say now no. I didn't know Baumia team de bia muka say Ken emfata and say emfata say presidency no. Didn't know muka sa. You pursue yet a free one no. The kojo wa
Enianum Damasi moderator.
But you Mr. Timekeeper say you how many minutes? Almost no soon 5 minutes, okay.
Oh, yeah,
5 minutes. 5 minutes here.
Midamwase, Michia Tiefo Nina, any Asherfo or Moshe, any Mumpany for moderators, ne, Timekeeper, ne, cancer producer, Michel Bibia. Stay, Nientia, Yemba, Mia Fono, Yen face say, Honorable Ken. Nientia, Yemba, Mia Fono, Yen face say, Honorable Ken. Ultimate president, and now say you can say Yamano EBD MPP at this time no. Niente I am pese obabi di MPP at this time no. And he say election be and I say ahinie bia obia woye bibi wo wiase a you prepare yourself. You prepare. Say ebia me pese metu kwan, me pese me yewe, me pese me yewe. Even aduane kra wo bedie kra no. Woto bo ase. No wa prepare aduane no. Said ye be ya ubenya tasty ewo aduane no mu. But Honorable Ken, the presidency na obewura mu no. Ye hu ni say enye prepare bia no prepare. One prepare say or president edi. Ana odi bewura mu. Ene ni say ohwe ni Francis aba bontene ni niema bia oya ogusua no o repeat say niema na oguso e repeat say niema na ya kan wontie ya kan wontie because obi a pese obedi eku anim utimi be yiye mu mpanifo utimi be ka de wo pe akire obi biara de wo pese wo ye no eno na wo de wo se wo be ye ka bibia enyeye enso leader de untimi mfasa emetra oma the whole Ghana ebedi anim say me be ye president na eniema nsem bi ameka eniema bi amenye no me yaka Mr. Misimintie. Now when and obetimi ajai saade no. Tam bay and honorable can beat me ajai saade no. Because we a president wo usupai so and ye beshe and kwala beshe and rantie beshe and penifo beshe near the bu or mino. Enti ni busao say ukwati radio so say president and okwati radio say abamu abi gina so na oni obi eyi dina temu a eno no ye betimi di nipa na court say den wakodi obi atem ana say ye betimi abono omukọ consent kwa na when the default esi echi wo mo kroma yewe ukodi obi atem obi du atem kra utimi di nima police obi threatew kra utimi di man police enti senior money nyina no disqualify Honorable Ken enye yemba umia timu ni yeka se disqualify no Ghana for na etre say no sadie we no disqualify Honorable Ken samo de ne ba yan to abama no efi say samo to abama no no oba ba yiye oba ba buye eniema waka no most of them bebre nya no kre enti yes steady no na se de ne ba MPP for de ne ba ye be lusu papa enunti ne yese yem ni kwan se ye de ne ba mo ye time otimi di huri etina mu controversial kwa ename se mo amame be 5 billion cedis a mi mean si from mo no akogina ba bi no okasem ensema enim say obi akwaji pick up yama 100,000 won fe ni papa akopɛ mɛkyerɛ say kwadwo manu MP we waji 100,000 anaso waji pick up anaso waji car ni nyina Honorable Ken timi fe bi ma ordinano na eka na be di president anu san throw we no and some of the we nyina emrofo ne record o emrofo ne record ento mu ukọ na se ho chew na ukọ se ukọpẹ bisi ana se ukọpẹ ADB fra brochaba ye be musa se na ukra se ma woka se upẹ AD akọhwe ayarefo yi oboa efri se ukọgina platform so se obi akọgina 100,000 ana so akọgi pick up enye no kre enti nsema obekan no enye no kre ni nyina na to go against Honorable Ken San semna or cite MPP for against the grassroots ni nyina no me se mrofo ne recordo so wonima ye ka kire no enu ntini ese mumyemfa Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia ono de science nsemu nyina no ebini ne ho ono ne nipa obetimi breaki 8 ama MPP akọ nanim enti se di Dr. Mamadou Bawumia ba Ghana man said the watcher Ghana ekono na ebeboa ama Ghana fa ntuma pa efra because niema honorable ken ehuresi o se me ba meye me ba me ni nyina ye o Ghana data ye o Ghana da one district one factory na wo de ye sa niema na wo de so ba be dua banche ye sa niema we nyina da ye besre no ye besre ana me kana ko John Collins ntiase no say ye the honorable ken ba the integrity of Ghanaians, a beba from papa. Ah, now my president, and what Timmy Jabonting, and ye obi. My president, and what Tim Cocan trot to be so. My president, I said, don't get yamo, or mobile 2012. No, sir, on said, recording Americano. Germany for almost a Supreme Court case in Ibi. And you say, look at Yamurini or mobile pet and or a say, look at Yasha Markaba. So Bahaba Jessica. Or mobile wouldn't scare the momo or petrol fare $100,000 euros. And yet the mom was a monko. Now, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Because you're natural, honorable can
Thank you.
Sakrufi Edasi, thank you for your deliberation. And to say, Chief Collins ne Ohima, from what question that hono, from what Sakrufi Eka, any the what or wasum, how are you going to rebuttal this question? Now, Oma Ken, I a suitable person. How are you going to say that? Because I some a Danny Pano, our Moka. Maybe Sakrufi, I'm presenting itself well, but you've heard people saying it. What is the mission? And if you think, say, oh, rebuttal Sakrufi, what about the delegates no more? What are you going to take this your 5 minutes to tell the people who are listening? What I say? We may be thinking, say, it's always among ourselves, but people are listening. And there are 4,000 plus and an 80. So take the floor and tell us in 5 minutes, how are you going to defend that?
Acho yechia ubia ene nyumre na ne yebeka nyina ne se aya na nkrofo yete ho ne ye kase ebia honorable wakase wayese wabigina bedwem ma ne mehu ne se nokre na nipa yempe eno ye number 1. He's a loyal person, he's a truthful person, and that is what people hate because the truth is always bitter. Obi eni ho open nokre ne ye kensi ne nim onim sa so no onim se eyenyo emano na nya mepesa mekani na ne se na na se Kofi kano se Bawumia owo bibia ode beboa on my way na se ebia enna de bia meka se there is a pilot and there is a co-pilot enti co-pilot no wo ho set time bia ne se ebia BBAC na se ebia abro pilot ne so a wona abekwa akoboa no ana se ebia BB ba na wonim se wo ho a wona wo boa the main pilot no but see as even though ya papa Ekufuado aba out Abeka said the next person coming in betimi are resolving issues. What is Bawumia doing? Enti asese brehano on to me fa or no powers any nyoma onim se or chain amana be the president and son or the abano. Why is he not helping now? Is he a good patriotic person? Because meme ne owaha na se yehu sade we kwatia Ghana for na se me wo mwe bi amede beboa mede beba me ntwen se beba me aba war front nenim ansan ma ba beka se me twen enti Bawumia de wabedi ye hwambo ba nia meka ne se because honorable loyal person no kano krenti no obi am pese obeje natum afi so ye nhwe the policies are or the aba abonten na de meka kire delegates na enenwumre se niama yakeka afa nipa ho nipa mama ne yeka ne ho asem ena nipa bia so ni ho a meni uni na ye wa he nanso eni ye ho but we do learn by yen share the good things this man has done for the party, for Ghana, for the youth, for children, for widows, for bibiara papa we sanso obiaso yen hye sa anyoma ne yen gyan na waba begina ho waka sei ena waba begina ha waka sei enu na nenu me pese meka if Ken is not there and I say if Ken is not coming MPP we will lose. And I'm saying it this evening. Say yedene kwa yede Bawumia kwa yebe Lucy. So we need to all back up and sit well and bring Honorable Kennedy, because even those at the other side, no, they want him because of his business-minded way. No, they are Buan Crawford. He's been loyal to Munina. Time no kofan Kolani free Lebanon bayen. Mwe who say oye di paboni ana. Send on your D for no kofo mobaye. O si sa cardio center so no nye pope. In say yansha all the good side. Na see the bad side in the bepa so wa beka se ni oka ni na so no. Eye no kre ena oka. On fa asembia mba ya eye entro. Eye nokre ena oka na nokre ena yen nipa na se yen Ghana for yempe nti sa na me de meka nwumre ne meka ni na ne se me culture delegates ho ni na se yen hye ne ne omapa ene na dwempa a owo ma Ghana ne ni na yen fa ya hoden ene yen paibo emwa nombra nombe boa yen man Ghana. He should change the face of Ghana. He can do it. No other person say Bawumia won no me bia on famra sisi ya we are in crisis. No me can't tell you say or paper ye ni issue. But for me, I will tell you because of the policies of Kennedy, we are here and we are all advising our family members to vote for him. So Enyimre Hana Manubesi. Do I still have time, please?
Oh, your time, Anna.
Yeah, you do have what time? What time? You have 2 minutes to go.
How many?
How many minutes? 2 minutes.
2 minutes to go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm already answer.
Can you to me also?
Okay.
Chief Collins, Sir Kofi, it's not your time.
Sir Kofi, and with the Chief Collins, yeah.
Or trauma, Chief Collins. Yeah, Chief Collins Menko.
So, and someone Sir Kofi can, which means that he wants to throw away the dirty water with the baby. And it is not the best approach in life. Abia, Honorable Ken or Nipa, our flaws. So no bit me ajiga na siwa. Yet the flaws need in the end to mention. Na yen fani I want to be more empana. Na okasano, you know MP before. I was thinking say Obeka say AB mpoa. Oh Ken there, one journey race in them na any time. But umiana AB ayaton into no. This time we believe he said about me and na say ABA but me abedi we are honorable betimi aba. But say Kofi no e make point blank say Ken there on same fatakra so bedi o mind be as president. And my yen to abama no e mani bedi MPP ni na account mo bedi Ghana ni. Won say kasa bi say say kasa sa na akoye say dia yede otan bi to ya ye ho ntem because contest near and meka myself because I'm selling my candidate and also beka wasem but o kanina na o de ato aso echi say the same party muni ye ko ntino say me kasa yi because o hwe mpenifo no kra ye bi so almost say na aspirancy why na or say fata so be the president the opinion bia can say oh omuna se fata omuna ye better than John Mahama their MP for being in the and betting Mahama. And on a Kasa, ye Kasa or party, say, Opesa or Kasa chair party for. You should always be measured. So, we shall not book any contribution to the party, and the contribution to Ghana as a whole, and on one brow wambo as an individual. Any inspiration I was serving to a lot of people in the world. Any Yama be bring honorable can I even. Edidi atemi ya Kofi di bonus we nese no nti yenko sani edidi atemi obehwe mu nompo no emu be 90% as 80% oye ema the party because the party was at the crossroads ana Ghana for boy asendwem and ode no beje ye Jesus Christ ajeman akompreko okuma party ene yede sa okuma party ya na yede bo na asendwem se yenko ni nkuku no because we going to who bedroom. But the ambassador me catch Sir Kofi and then a Bawumia and no mochi for and say, Omunyi nyame, the Anyamia can and no one a on the 4th of November, meaning said delegate for no donor and make your mind set they will vote for Honorable Ken to lead the NPP and be the next president of Ghana. Manoisi, thank you.
Okay, like I said, We are going to go further to the next question. Just say, are we all clear with what we have done? Sekrufi,
Yeah.
do you get? We are clear with the question, you know. What you
Oh, yeah.
deliberation, you know.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? The almost kind, we okay with that?
Me okay, but your hima kind no na as if so no to infutru egu enkofani because on hima ebe ye montoma kind na kind na oba obeye we enye sa na tie amamu wo hui enye se ubi yes oh sorry ya no akofo obi aba se omeye president no honorable ken se no nim se oba bi di president a na ese nkototo ne niema ye if we say wohwe a different past by 15 years 15 years ba honorable ken or transisa or the bewura MPP mu no ye kan or different kufuo so ye kan or the ba nanado so ye kan ni nyina no wentie oh enti onwa na disqualify ne ho enyo bi na disqualify no the best delegate say mukwa munkoto aba ema Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Baumia ono de oye qualified say
Okay.
panimana obetimia
Mama wa end wa ha say. But also who say almost so a defend say ne qualities bi woka say nka onsese na kwam ansa na anka waba. But ono so na kwam osese ye ne say nkofo bi beka Ghana fo bi ko ka baabi na yenye obia nka o masem ken se mekwa kofo o maba afei so yese wo si hospital bi ewo a friend say menim baabi kro ba matese yese hospitals bi a o sie eno so ka ne nwumadie no ho afei so matese o ya adoye pa wasa abie fridge kɛseɛ bi a wode nam ne ade egum the biggest Africa nyina any nyama bebre wo maka wo list sa nyama ni nyina na wo so ka ne suban ono no suban any nyumadie bi abo crash na ma nkofo no ebepe se wo mo ebetumi aye enti dwen no ho yebesa babio ne baba besi ho na yahwe de be sepe ya me the question foforo ebeba no dwen we se ho anye bia yebesa ba o de ase na ye de conclude the year kan de o bio ni se Krufi me ba wo so you say Dr. Baumia and producer the question beba answer no beba me kan twi kakra o say adi enti na Dr. Baumia mpese obey interview ewo media o ti ase ene da ho no anyam na make no producer na dey o say why is Dr. Baumia declining media interviews while his opponents are actively engaging with the media saying na wadwen ye o de o ka fa ho
Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Baumia oya interviews pa oya interviews say oko every constituency enye radio so and oya ni interviews when you internal politics normally no anka first no senka o kwa ene no madoso nka first no kwa obi demokra na nka akɔhye na nka akɔyɛ de mo akɔ kasa na mo kasa wia na mo atoa so sa ayese Jericho Israel for akwantu enti Dr. Muhammadu Baumia every constituency obeko bia no oye interviews odikan ene mpanifo na ɛwɔ no ekotrase ekasa ewie ansa na waye dey watiesi baby okoye ni campaign no one delegate ni nyina so akokasa enu na sesi a onu no na tension wo so enu na ehia because delegate na to aba radio station yen to aba ho Ghana die na ura honorable Ken eye no yen to aba ho nye delegate no na delegate no so no so Dr. Baumia eye na dwen say okotra radio so a the time na what the best spending no it will go against him because our limit time so to me talk the whole Ghana constituencies no ewie no to me delegate nyina ekasa enti o concentrate wo eno so more since obekwa kwatra radio station interview din de beba so we ni nyame adom na on the 4th ye de ye nya tuma ni wie no nya 67% ni wie the first place obekwa any radio stations no crowd obekwa all the radio stations so all the Ghana radio stations anya obi a wontimi nko Adom FM obi a wontimi nko Joy FM obi a wontimi nko Asempa FM ni nyina no counto enti Dr. Muhammadu Baumia de uye ni den ni interviews na wo ye no or ye wa grassroots because no ni je grassroots for no o se oba on be boa grassroots on enti okotie grassroots for na nu asem no ayede o de abechichire o man no anaso o de abedi MPP ani because o se oba MPP for minian mu na mo grassroots mo ho kire mo minim se mo ho kire mo na nhihye wo MPP mu no ani amoa mo enti me ba be fa obia nipa 10 free mo grassroots fo yi ho ana ma be fa mpanifo ni bia ka ho ana nipa be 3000 me di mo akọ Jubilee House na minim akọ Ghana o man no enti anu na Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Baumia ono omudi nkomo na okọ radio station okọ ka sase mo ya enu FNDC for ho FNDC for ho ana mfa ordinary person onam ho eye MPP for na grassroots no omu na epesa asem na tie enti omu de omu tie asem na omu tie na so pamu enu nti no ono anko radio stations no nyame adum no wia minia me say interviews ni de ye nyina be funu e Ghana onanya Dr. Muhammadu Baumia eno timi ko lectures about MPP year 2012 2016 nyina no otimi efre ya your friends say kufotimi be bona baso e wo hono no all Vera radio stations ni ba bia omofa anya Dr. Muhammadu Baumia and if you kwatena kwato kra the whole media no American for crowd media for ba eho e mo be copy ni nsema na woka enti ono ne de nyansa ani nimdie ni adwen abone ne trimu be chese oba nyame adom ne atuma no no nya 67% no the 4th no na oba no kochia ni nua Honorable Ken no ni nyina kambo mu a Honorable Ken ni kra na be kira ni se o ko radio station we kwa ha no ni nyina ya dwuma bomu pepepe eno ne yehwe na sesi idea nienti a wonkoi no na me kira no se grassroots na ono omudi nkuta ho because grassroots MPP for na ye to aba MPP for na omo penanu mu asem atie enti nkrase for ni nyina no okọ hono no no akodi nkomo because radio station be okra elu temale ebi okra kumase wo enkran okra na okra no elu nkokọ enti no be bia eso wo ye no ne pepepe na me dem fe se odinam no
me da wasi
tam ni dia kana aka se tubi
many one can me save sa time no one was see am
to us
obetimi aba later because they are two you know anya hwe you stop wa Chief Collins I want you to chip in now asema se Kofi aka any the public no so eka any ade the wo trim wunim your knowledge about why some question you know let us see how you
okay
yeah
I think that Obvious said Dr. Baumia who said Ghana is not ready for him. And you know, Onoa Eisu Onoa strategy just to win the election internally and find a way to win the election. And when I underline find a way, because I don't know if Omo Mudi Baumia no, they know something that Omo can share MPP for now. Maybe they have an internal rigging machine there. Omodiberia Abanimu in 2024, John Mahama. If not for that, I don't know why they are still forcing Dr. Baumia on S. Or say Baumia echo interviews. Now, I don't know how Sekufi understands interviews because I think the question was emphatic. Say media interviews. I don't know how meeting someone indoors or in the room having a conversation is an interview. But if that is how they want to put it, now this election year, who said Ghana 4 has been very interested in this NPP primacy because Ghana 4 who said Oman part of this election process and convince delegates in which direction they should vote to. They will end up choosing the next president for them, whether or a papa or not or a papa. So every Ghanaian, whether or a NDC new or a MPP new or a CPP new or a PPP new, who said no, Ghana parties new and they be abai. That is the NPP and the NDC. And you know, say NDC echo abato na menye NDC ni krampwa. I have to be part of the process to convince people to vote for Nipa Amedring se nyame in favor even MPP na sabani could NDC side. Anye Nipa no can do something. And you know, so Besha Yekoto NDC for Koto Abani who said nine before we na a routine Dr. Kwabena Dufo. Because Dufo Anye Hekrano, he is an astute banker, a finance person. He was able to bring the for instance, single digit inflation in our history, or achieve some good things as a governor of Bank of Ghana and I think finance minister under your friend is saying Mills. It's not MPP for any people who had the same your friend is saying mindset about who leads the country next. We're very interested in Dr. Kobna before because he himself John Mahama there, onya opportunity so be your mind one share that money who more than biasa. It's the same thing, and then it drew MPP for also. The whole Ghanaian populace are interested in the process because whoever emerges as the leader of the party becomes the next president automatically because either John Mahama or Kennedy Japan, either John Mahama or Dr. Baumia. So Ghana for any media, all these people are chasing interviews with Kennedy. It should tell you the direction the Ghanaians want to go. Because the local market, it's service, will be a can, and some of these interviews, I am very close to your friends, Honorable Kenneth. A call on our radio stations, and a friend, your friend is saying, Ken Mo said, we want to interview Kennedy. They asked for interviews. We share interview via there's this radio station, is it a Kuma FM? Kumasi also. The host, pre-gidi said, Obenya Honorable Kena interview, and Sana, Yapako Tuaba. The same thing, Kojo Shell the DR or interview for the youth. Kojo made moves to get Honorable Ken on his platform because in the local social media, Twitter, Facebook, Threads, all the social media platforms, Kennedy is almost everywhere. Everyone is clamoring for this man. And it's not as if sorry no pay interviews. Even as Empire FM ne Adomne Joya Sekufi Eken. These radio stations, Omone Ken were caught because Ken had an issue with the radio station's CEO, that is Kwesi Chum, where they sued him for libel. And a case no mundi so they felt say it is proper say and Sana say if they will have any engagement with Kena, they do. And I think the radio station itself, or Asempa, which is a political platform, has come out through Omahino Kwabnas and say any your friend saying or say Obi Abba can say, oh, because of your court case now honorable Ken won, we can't grant him interview on this show yet. But Ankenye Sapadi and we would be glad to have Honorable because he has been part and parcel of our program since Adam. And Obianim, Adom FM, Honorable Nick Kwabena Sante, and Obi Asempa FM. And how can the QB qualified by experience? Yeah, a blow ye. And it's a you know, Kennedy is a media man. Like Obianim said, when it comes to the media circles, there he's someone about show, so I even get views. Paul Adumotre said, if not for Kennedy, Nankon recorded the numbers that he had on his show. Wouldn't me and breaky. The only person who was able to break Kennedy Japan's numbers was Shatawale. And he's a media guy, he's a musician. It's definitely the youth will go and stream. But a politician getting the numbers Ken got was unprecedented. So it tells you the kind of man Kennedy is. And you know, say if your candidate is running away from interviews, not say Munti can because you know it's embarrassing and it's not good for your campaign. Now say it's because it's an internal election. I want to tell you, say SRC election campus, whether Legon, UCC, or KNUST, no. Some of the contestants go on radio to campaign because at the end of the day, no, it's radio. Ubiati radio on assume whether you're a student or it's a Accra, Wama Pine, na say the Awoba campus, you will hear your aspirants campaigning on radio, and by the time you get to school, you have made up your mind. It would mean Ganjem is an internal election, you know, you don't have to go on the national radio or whatever. It does not work that way. Politics, and you can use any medium to sell your message. And you know, I think I'll end it here so any of the Team Ken people can take over from me. Thank you.
Okay, before somebody takes over, I think I have a visitor, so a new lady who is on board. Can you hear me, sister?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
How do you pronounce your name there? Patmin what?
Yak.
What do I say?
Patmin's Yak.
Patmin's Yak. Okay, Patmin's Yak. Akwaba, do you speak some tree?
Yes, please, I do speak tree.
Okay. You bet me and Messi your language. Either you go English or you go tree. Which candidate are you campaigning for?
Team Ken.
Team Ken. Okay, very good. We already have some Team Kens here, so you'll be working with them alongside.
Okay.
Have you been listening very carefully what is happening?
Yes.
The question. You know what the question is. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And we had Tim Baumia answer that question. Why Baumia is not taking interviews.
Okay.
And he said so many things. And we want to ask you, or maybe we will wait. I'm going to wait on you. Listen to the next one.
All right.
And then we will bring you in to say something. Make sure your internet is working very good in Ghana. Where are you from?
I'm in Ghana. I'm from Ghana.
Make sure you have your internet working. Sir Krufi, are you okay with what they have said?
No. The
2 minutes it can be fast.
The Collins kind, you know, interview. You can say interview. And yes, I got a radio station. One interview. Me know was here. So me the even telephone etiawano se kasa. And I no kasa. Nasa me recordo. And nasa obi me ye no bi tie bia. A interview. Me buso asem na yi manu and yes, I got a radio station. And he said, "Oh, mama dear," and he said, "Honorable can got a radio station." And the radio station or got an intino radio for an interview, dear. Minia, a can qua. I call and say, "Can I see a sempa?" And now him a quablas and Timo abechiremu me patchomante as sema quablas and Timo ebechiremu nientia. Honorable can cohono. And he said, "Obet me a bechire as some nimua." So Honorable Collins bet me a bechire obey details about what happened. And the Honorable can to me and Quasem Pani Winuna, Joy FM, any Adum FM now, and Kabebwami. Oh, interview dear Dr. Baumia or Qua, region Biobeko Piano, district Biobeko Piano, constituency or Qua, delegate na ukushia omno ono mu ye interview oni wo mu ye interview anase esansi ya nkotro baby o makosia no say Asempa FM Adum FM enye interview it's the same form of interview and on nkofo no no enti ye be say honor Collins say interview na awoka no enye say honorable Ken okokotra radio so no ono ne tactics no so obebubo mu obekasa no bia tininka but amanfo no efomfo no dwom etie no omunye tie every Dr. Baumia enchen.
Yeah, okay.
1 minute.
Kofi. Yeah, okay. Chief Collins, but no mommy. Yeah.
Maybe say me butcher no.
That is the point. Again, meaning say onyebi because me want a consumer no. In your name being so the bar say me say the misili kedi Japan. Free yeah, I don't know me interview no be able to announce we interview no it keeps coming. I don't know whether you have it there.
No, I've gotten a lot of those messages in my inbox.
Yeah.
And amount for umunya access to the page on Facebook. A lot of them. And in fact, when we are live on air, say I will share comments in the stream now. The brain when are we interviewing, especially time and he interview all the aspirants. That news kept coming, and the question kept coming. Say, "That may be interview on a book in
So, Obi, I think this one is a big deal. Clearly, I almost media. You are pay for. Yes, I say, it's a security review. Any Kennedy compare in Japan and and the actual say, compare security. And the home Yamanti, I say, you are friendly in and Columbia, era Kennedy compare in Japan. Multimedia platforms. So it can never be true. Say we set up our platforms to dedicate or to do whatever or no and I say wapayum and if you say but it doesn't take away a collective decision of a media house. Say it's my I have to be honest with you. It worries me, but maybe helpless. I cannot do anything about it. It's issues about misrepresentation and
I wouldn't waste your ears. Say Kofi, with the facts number.
Me pauchawo was it chichi and then chichi.
I said there is a court case. Now court case need to be treated near then.
Court case and then case. Court case they say object me a day case and then a buy. Me pacho then a buy.
Moderator, take over, Pacho.
Yeah, okay. It seems it's getting out of hand. Okay. The next question, I think, which the producer will bring on board. Sammy, will you show that for us? Okay. I'll see, how does Kennedy intends to secure funding for a campaign message in support of his job creation? I was battling this question with the producer on the side. I didn't want to see the campaign funds because it's almost finished. After Owinia, he is going to get support from the MPP party, and the government even gives money for all the presidential campaigners. Now, omode aye omoduma asana obia oye in tune to support Ken beside the Sika Abba. So I don't think say that but my question, which I wanted us to discuss, and Abba on the last part, and say Kennedy promises to create jobs for the country. Do you know, or how can you imagine for yourself how he is going to raise funds to do that? Pat, Can you answer that question?
Okay, so personally, I'm into business, and
Yeah.
I think when I started, it was a bit difficult raising my capital. So I'll come to this normal saying by most business owners that they started their business with nothing, no capital at all, and all that. Yeah, I'm one of them. So I actually started with no capital. I'll have to go to town, look for pictures, come and post them, add the profits. After selling, I deduct my profit. That was how I was able to raise my capital. So with Kent's initiative concerning creation of job and all that, I think he's been in business for so many years, and we all know how business minded he is. There are people like myself who have great business ideas, great business um innovations, but then the support is not there. He can create a policy or a platform where such people can be guarded. A little capital can be raised for them, and then they'll be on a contract base. So let's assume he can actually push someone with, let's, for example, I'm not trying to create figures. Let's say just a raw example. Let's say for me, for instance, let's say he creates a platform for such people like me, and then he comes up to say bia me mamu say na me ne mo akọ contract say sa dwetire a me de mamu busumu bia mo be account for this amount of profit. Do you understand? There, you'll be shocked to have the number of people who come on board. Imagine about 100,000 or 50,000 people. Yamo bia dwetire, and there's a track record on the person. Every month you are supposed to bring this amount of interest on it. The amount period of 3 months. 3 months wait to me am this why you be you with me. So it will force people to work, and that profit can be actually guarded, because business is good in Ghana if you have capital and you are business minded and you are able to push it. So if people like myself are guarded and given capital, and our profit in rates are being separated or guarded, I think he can actually create jobs from that. That's my idea. I don't know if it makes sense, but
It
that's what I
does.
think.
It does.
It
So
does.
to add up to what my sister said, I think that with the initiatives, I know Mr. Brobe, we are very concerned because some of them looks huge for you, and some now can industries in any idea. But I think Ken has given all of us a clue as to how he's going to do it. Otimiko Tamale, no say so you guys have all these vast lands, and your MPs are not able to woo investors to come down here and set up factories. What is he trying to tell you? Indirectly, he's trying to tell you that under his administration, onye MP keke. Once you are an MP in NPP, and as a minister under Ken, no, that skill of grabbing or bringing in investors to create something. Onwankasa single-handedly led a delegation to China to secure a 3 billion Sino-Hydro deal for the country. Onwankasa and a partner, Mr. Pompeo, went to China in 2003 to secure a $600 million for Bui Dam. Later, Krampono, Osanko J about $400 million, Eka Homa could do for $1 billion for the government. And when Ken is telling you say the kind of industries he wants to set up, with 50 million, you can build one, your friend is saying, factory, processing cassava and all those things. Into 50 million, that's a Ken Timikoji, even 1 billion. How many factories can we get in even $1 billion? So if one factory is employing about 1,000 people and he's able to put up about, your friend said, 100 factories, he creates 1 million job just by just that alone. Aside that, Onankasa is talking about we being patriotic, and he expanded the tax base. So expanded tax net now. Tax. How many percent of Ghanaians are paying tax right now? About 4% of the whole country. But say broaden the tax net, not say even the working class, which is about 30% of our population now, if that 30% will be a tax, our income, your revenue, would multiply itself by 300%. By 300%. And you can just imagine how much that your friend is saying, excess, we GRA, it's me catch and say, on my more targets, and they are happy. They set targets that they know they can meet. But if you're a president, now you're serious, you have to always give them targets they can't meet so that you can always get more income. Your e-levy, your your friend is saying, a lot of taxes are eligible in Ghana, or very few, some of them crumble. All these revenue sources, if you can create until when it may even increase here tax net to nipa just 15% crumple, the kind of money we'll make, we can build industries a bit put it up in the country. And this man is talking about pragmatic approach.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. To add up to your taxes, your COVID taxes.
Okay, thank you very much. Before I go to Sekrufi, I want to hear also from Kojo. Kojo Akwaba, I just say you've been listening to. Don't worry, Sekrufi. Obenya biaka ho. Tro ni na go.
Questions.
Man respond anything.
Yeah, as I respond to no.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, Sakrufi.
Time start you.
Yeah, because on say Collins say Kasano. Or say honorable can bar or best standard tax base na ye day. It's not that me say taxes and a honorable can. I not doing say or they bet to Ghana for so. Na mu se si e kra mu sori a musu na yilevi keke mu se na nado ne ba umianye hwe wo Ghana musu na honorable can ba no the taxes or be taxes or di besi your friend say hotel akosi pumu no asi or di bia kwakodua banche no di bia be change Ghana for adwene minua na dam ni se honorable can ba wo ba no wontimi me ye hwe taxes no di bebu Ghana mine taxes and a honorable can a dibebu Ghana man. Must say Sanu Hydro ne Buidam, one a quadrilo. Minia Obwa Collins, Mr. Obwa, Sir Honorable King, and a quadrilo no, a quadrilo ni baya, and can who receipt na, and quadiabetre. Nasa delegate a co a quadrilo, near Doka one, and which is on our quadrilo no. Ah, Mummy cano crack a canagana fonti as ye. Sir Buidam. Honorable King, and the man you see Buidama or they a quadis can a dibesi Buidama. And Kadifi 2010 no one said 20 ina kufo by now or year, And Kiate Honorable King and Yakiatini Dean and Cassia Dunkatia and call permanently free honorable Tamanucha blocks. No one may say Dunkatia chap blocks in the area and Yahusi carry the court. Now, a jet Juma, after the over J credit alpha say. Who now the question now Konyesi can de buy. Minia. Honorable can send or no can, Muma and Shenia Becaseno cre. Me tremo. Share Honorable can on or buy was in Numa or Becas of or the company of any past 7,200. Near me challenge no on 17 million. If send past 7,200 on my FM, the radio stations the 4 no. A bien who a nipa 100. And then the company is 2. And I know what they are or what rest will be a fena wosi and Kayano. Neither na work as 7,200. Huh? The company back one more see a son or say a fenipa 900. And he said 4 companies, radio stations, FIV, even nipa 100 the krana, which is 400. Other company no for 900. 1,300, and the other one also a 1,000, and the other no because of our workers 7,200. Honorable Kenya no buy no catch say ni ma wo US 22 ni na o we adwuma mo je obi age $120,000 per year per year no now which is obiade $10,000 no so na nya no kre of late no beka say mu 7 pe and area university mu ya dwuma enso sa 7 no mu bie ni ho ma oje 10,000 per month ebetimi a nipa ba akopɛ enti oba no kasam na eso o kire mu ni yehu honabo kan enti ni nyina nkonkosi no so ka kire say oba no ba be si hotel asi epumu na sika be no de beye eye aban sika enti ofe say so amfa taxes na ama ebeye den when sika na kwa kwesi ayi because ko parliament NDC for crime pene so say kokwaje obi tax na fa be si hotel si pumu oko parliament NDC for crime be ka challenge say banchi na wukodua no university for no say omunua banchi no enti am sika na mfa nkonkoye enti hona ho kire ne be bagana for so kese na ho kire ne be bagana for so kese enti say hona bo ken be kansem bia esi ebusa ne ye no otimi kirem Dr. Muhammadu Baumia onu waye bi ena ogusu a wo ye opeso ochichi Ghana na etisa brochire efisesesi no emrofo kra drones a wode ba Ghana kra the whole president to the vice president say koko board Dr. Muhammadu Baumia abaso efise waye ade eniema kese a wo ye enu ne ye pese obe continue no ye ni nyina ewie na Ghana fa ne ntuma pa efra na mikodia banchi mikoye we na me na mikoje sanu hydro buy me na mikoje bruda mo buy no na nya no kre no menua media minjin tum sa na menua no nso engine tum Ghana for engine tum enti one on kan radio sun kan ye de ya engine tum anya no kre because ondimi me chirechire mu okoi no sika sai na ono so okoi no senahado na okokoji no pipa ne so no be bia ne signature wo onfa mekire na Ghana for yehu on se kojo bibusa radio stations no de no oina na wo se bibi na aba bibi wantimi ameka the main asema esi nti Collins wantimi ameka asema esi porte o radio station nti a ye omuso omo mane ma ho no
Sekufi Otamaso, thank you very much. Otamaso.
I think there are four. I want you guys to be clear. There are four candidates now. But Sekufi is alone. It's a little bit flexible on him. He may say what he wants to say, but please be patient with him and tell us, what do you think? Kojo, I'm on you now. What do you think, and where is Ken going to find the funds to create the jobs now, or the Bema Ghanaians? Oh, the question is there on board, but I'm just picking on the creation of jobs. I know the campaign is almost done, and also when he wins, the government gives money to the candidates, presidential candidates, and Sana Wankasa we party nususu ebe create funds. We support very much. What do I say? But let us see how job creation is going to funds in the back. Sister, our new sister, Akanidie, said Chief Collins also Akanidie. We are neutral. Let's say what you have to say. Forget about what you've heard from Sekufi. Facts.
Okay. First of all, good evening. Good evening. Now, the way I can be creative jobs in the quite be brave. I think I wasn't here when Chief Collins spoke, but maybe too late in the end, and until him at the end. But I believe said they were all talking in the same line of campaign message. Now, a friend is saying, Honorable Ken. Already on Wakasaki Canada. Some of the ways to say the lady, a new lady kind say yabetiko na yamema ejedi for sika na omudi edija na every month bia no mo babichia scanny be back And I saw these things in friend saying President Kufuor time. No? I saw some of these things happening. One, my own mother benefited as a trader, benefited from some of these initiatives where omuti ekuwo ejomjom na omu loans. It's based on the performance of the loan you repay. No, na ya then na it determines the next time yebema loan kesiye and I say yebema loan ketwa. So there are so many ways, but this is one of the ways Ken will address the informal sector. And these are some of the things that he already does by giving soft loans to people to start new businesses and stuff like that. The other way around, no, is to establish all these factories he's talking about in his vision, all these hotels that he's talking about in his vision. Private sector, any public sector partnership, PPAs. Obe inviting for Amobem. There's nobody in recent political history of the Republic of Ghana. Our canvassing for funds from abroad more than Honorable Ken. I'm just waiting for one politician as a leader of government delegation. Our Kwakoji loan more than Honorable Ken, even though he's not a member of any economic team in the Republic of Ghana. All the Sino-Hydro loans was through Honorable Ken. You know, and in a company, a mediating company now or no, a down. So as for Sekufi statements, I will make it just a while ago, a uneducated statement because he doesn't really know the truth. But Minko and then me be preachy Honorable Ken, you know. Platform is Ukraine to me who say what the results will look like on November 4th. Because clearly the turnout for Ken is up there. And then the turnout for Baumiano is dwindling by the day. November 4th, no, we'll see. Who on the 5th of November, Naya started air campaigning for only one candidate, and that will be Honorable Ken. So there's so many ways Honorable Ken would, friend is saying, create jobs for the youth. One of the things that I really want to hammer on is job creation. Oh, and you just say BB to say NAPCO, near create NAPCO, na chanko for doing nothing, and yet sustainable. You see, some of the youths in Ghana, we have to completely retrain them. I went to Legon with some friends. Me ko fie back, na se me share more. I can clearly see, say, fine, history no say Legon, no credit degree, no all right, but say, there's no way I'll be to my performing because the degree itself is not a requirement for you to be good at your job or to be fit for a workplace. There are a lot of people that needs complete retrain. Some people need to be trained and sent back to the classroom as teachers. Some people need to retrain and become managers. Some people need to retrain and become, a friend is saying, come and work in tech. Some people need to be retrained and come and work in social care. I'm just being blatantly honest because amount for the qualifications be brave. Meanwhile, if you bring them to the workplace, they cannot perform. So Honorable Ken is not only going to create jobs for the people where you are paying 500 cedis a month and 700 cedis a month. It's sustainable. Me say you see I make what not Ghana the way I be Oma me 700 cedis a month. I can't survive. It won't work for me. We have to retrain people, bring them back to the workplace, and bring them into jobs that are sustainable for the kind of economy that we have. Honorable Ken can send a coastal friend is saying, fridge say he had to bring engineers from a friend is saying Amsterdam, put them in Golden Tulip every night, 5-star hotel, and then be transporting them to Tema for almost 2 weeks. A day, each of those engineers was costing him about $300. Meanwhile, we have KNUST. Meanwhile, you're Cape Coast and you're Legon. We produce engineers from there. So how come they couldn't fix that thing and he had to bring experts to come and fix it? That tells you there's a skills gap. There's a huge skills gap. Now, the area was skills gap, Nimun say, whilst we have that skills gap now, into me and supply for the kind of economy we have now, we are rather exporting nurses. We are exporting carers. And I'm not against it. I am 100% for it. If you cannot find jobs for the people, allow them to go wherever they want to go. Oh, But as a year economy, we are not training what we really, really need. To see
Thank you very much, Kojo.
oh, my
Thank you
time
very
has
much. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, I'm really happy with the point now we make. You say we have to retrain. We have to retrain people in Ghana, which is very, very, very important. And the same thing goes with all the engineering near the we go through that theoretical engineering, pass near the all these people will have to get new training. Engineers, if they don't find or they don't see what is on is in the HANA, and I think say to correct a Amsterdam say I think Ken's engineers number build a free they are from Amsterdam, and so they will always have to come. It's part of the contract that they have to come back and fix it. But what will go well for, I'm sorry I'm adding all these things, what will go well for Ken and for Ghana is that when we build something now, yemfa ye engineers no more Ghana or more femono and kahu na omususu enhu what is happening practically. No, practically, no, they are going to see it, and it will help them to do better. What I say?
I'm about 10 seconds. I come the count. Company B to say Saudi Aramco. Almost started Saudi Aramco. No, the visionary leader of Saudi Arabia. Beginning, no, that company, no, it was just Saudi Arabian. It was just Americans. When they started Saudi Aramco, it was just Saudi Arabia for Nkwan. But then the leaders of Saudi Arabia decided, say, going forward, they need you. It was mandatory for the Americans to include the Saudis in the operation, in the engineering aspect of the oil exploration that Saudi Aramco does. No? You know, there was a local content law made in Saudi Arabia. Say every 10 engineers making sure say two Saudi engineers are understudying that American engineer. What I say? It's by the time an American engineer in the best serve 10 to 20 years, no. Those Saudi boys that are learning under him would also have about 15 years of experience. And then the next time they don't have to bring an American engineer anymore. Then the next time it's a Saudi chief engineer who is in charge. And I think that's what Honorable Ken wants to do for us. But if we don't vote for him on November 4th,
Kojo, I thought you were going to finish it. Anyway,
time okay,
okay.
Time.
Okay. Thank you very much. And we still have to go forward. We have to go forward in putting the next question. The next question we have is producer. It takes a long time before we get the question down. I'll say, why is it difficult for Baumia to distinguish his campaign message from digitalization interviews? Initiative, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Why are you laughing?
Because who's a message? The question
that's why it's there. The question is there. It comes to you because per se will come out with what you think it's
okay. Semester now.
Go ahead and start.
The reason why is very difficult for Dr. Baumia to distinguish between messages from digitalization to Onwane campaign message, is because Dr. Baumia quite clearly doesn't have any message. He doesn't. If you're following the American elections, especially Republican for your friend is saying almost primaries, no more yans, more Flagbearer. What is happening is everybody has a message now. As at now, and they are voting around the same time we are voting in 2024. Yeah, one of the candidates that I follow, a gentleman, be a friend or an Indian a friend is Origin, but yeah, we know America. A friend of Vivek, and I follow him a lot. I really like some of the ideas that he's espousing. You know, Obia didn't message about except Dr. Baumia because he has no message. So Ken didn't message about Ken's message. No, the unfortunate thing is the Baumia communicators are what trying to undermine and trying to sling mud at the messages that Honorable Ken and the vision that Honorable Ken is putting out there. Meanwhile, you have no message. So who near sema obeka? Adena the obi can't so obey no. Adena who undermining nipano. Meanwhile, you have no message. All your message is centered on past things that you have done or past things that you are assuming to have done. Yeah, trying to take glory for digitalization. But as far as I'm concerned, before John Mahama left power, if you buy land, you can. It's now all digitalized. The economy was proper from the port to a friend is saying lands commission. A lot of to GRA, a lot of things were digitalized before. Miminya GRA 4 pin, ye printing man or Legon office way before Nanado came to power. It is and it was a digital form. Into me pin number and in your first night a drop pin name out no, you print him out. When you corner out the date of birth, now with the full name more, then they will print it for you. This is GRA that is now digitalized. It was done before we came to power in 2017. And MPP is my bread and butter. So I will say the truth as it is. Like Dr. Baumia is struggling so hard to come up with a message, just a simple message of what you would do, yeah, going forward from 2024. And he has no message. Instead, no, the people around him are including his wife. And I'm sorry to bring his wife in it, but including his wife, mounting platforms to sling mud at Honorable Ken for no reason, instead of actually saying what you would do. In 2028, in 2008, in 2012, we saw Dr. Baumia who had a message by saying he will bring the dollar down from 4 cedis to one Ghana cedi. So say a dollar it was 12. This is the same Dr. Baumia that said he will not expand the tax net of Ghana. Well, we have e-levy now on top of other levies, COVID levy, NHI levy, all kinds of levies. You normal free ports cry any worse. The levies you will pay there, you will cry. You know, and other things that he said he would do, not go to IMF. Today we are there. You know, this is because of these things, he has no message. Because the message he had before, no, all the economic lectures, about 14 economic lectures, gave Emisata, rest in peace, former Vice President Emisata, 171 questions to answer. Today, where are those messages? Where are those questions? You know, Dr. Baumia has no message. Let's be very, very frank with him. Let's be honest with ourselves. As a party, let's do some soul searching and ask ourselves, say, what message is this guy actually preaching? What does he want to do from 2024? Why should Ghanaians vote for him? November 4th, no, there's only one question you have to ask yourself. So far, no, why now? What can be too chima? A chese oba obeyes no. Dr. Baumia till now, no message. But yet people are communicating for him. On what message are you really communicating for him? Me nyahwe kra me maka say Ken so oba play odo river no claim more in to a emfa yet say the way fare wa kra no me nyaka anka kra no o se oba dey obesi hotel wo pum eno a sacrifice on TV dey oko Dubai e bi ho e friend say me dia mpese me call for me birthday for say Maldives oko a hotel no esisi poso bi da opa me send no pictures and now my GoFundMe page now or send this camp say me 30th me 36th birthday person me call now, you know, so some of the things that Honorable Ken wants to do, no, these are the things we are looking for, you know, unlike Dr. Baumia, no message. It's almost like he's taking us for a ride on the back of government funds. That's what he's doing. People are supporting him without a message. I have never
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Kojo, I think you've said a lot, and you've had time to talk. And I want Sekrufi to come in. Sometimes when Sekrufi is talking, he brings out certain things some of you don't like. And I want you to bear with him and take whatever is happening and do it your way and let him do it his way. Shakrufi, the time is yours.
Oh, said your cano, the same thing, Emra Happin, Emma Collins, Ebeka say, the Minsema Mechanical, Quasi politics. The same thing now, Kojonsubai, or say, uneducated, why? Minia, some more person a conisa, you bet me a conisa, your politics, and yeah, strategy, maybe I have more strategy than you people, but the person Mutias and say, some more bar, na entra honorable can aid you, and a mobile bed to an so by idea, no one smart to a montron so. Because and some honorable can cancer or bay nano, none of them, and a oba obey me aye. Aye no correct. Kwajo we so babesi hotel si pumunam simi min kan to se do me si wontimi nye honorable ken wontimi nye wontimi mesi hotel ensi pumu say tourist yi. How many years no betimi dey si hotel na si punu mu na wie wa calculate ni nyina sika say no best spend dey si sa hotel na si punu mu. Ayo Rosso the basis ba or the basis here punimu kransana hotel na basis unim how many years will bet me dear wie unim how many years will bet me dear wie and men fentro and make kase honorable cancer about bet si way obey we kemini amamin kan chiraw honorable can message na ordinam no ho akwa eti say akwala a wosi wo nyaka onyi obetoka na ka etwam dada minya metoka we we be no meto but onya adwuma da honorable kan oni president da na even parliament kra no on perform wo ho ani ya mane kwan so mra be di president honorable kan we minister kro ni pe ontimi ni bi da 25 good years minister kro ontimi ni bi da ani ya mane kwan so mra be president no onya dey o meka say me ba mesi hotel pumu me ba me de nyum be change ni pam be change Ghana for mind obey dey no timi de nyum change Ghana for mind anyum tete ya bonuma anyum ya tonyum at the time awura ho wani aje wa person nya quiet time so wo boy sanum ni wie e de chicho owura it can never change your mind and you bien wo kwadwo anyum bien wo betimi aka chem say a change obi mind na nyum ne kra no utu wie kra na most of metimi aka say 99% of Ghanaians or to nyum ni wi ana ne wura fi anyum kra wo to no wo to wi ana ne wura fi na obey den or dey change obi mind hwe mo se government mo ba mesika mo be tikuo no mo mesika ne ade aban so ye dada NDC aban o mo tikuo no ma kofo sika mo fanya djuma ebi na to ato esien no enti ayade da ho dada nya ho na mo ken na de sa system no e ba Ghana TVET ananado aba aya opese odi build Ghana mine and Baumia Pesa or TVET titi Ghana for no bienya in San Juma Nanka Sanko for no from free Holland no Wamuntimi and Kagana wa and Tisaka Honorable Ken will be papa at the Magana and Kaesan Quebeca say, oh, me factory nuclear means you know, yeah, one district, one factory no and the minya and Faso was so this is our factory no. Even machine be say me the Ghana for na ye aden a me kofa mrofo ne buy esan se me wo parliament am nim say wo sa problem nti me kofa nkofo bi free ebia TVET for anasa university ni mu eno no mo ye adwuma no mu suan eno mo ye den omutimi repair ni na wantimi anye na enne no ba o se me kofa nkofo ba ye den aba be
so what is his message?
Entino untimi nkase untimi mekanchem say honorable kan sema wo kekeka no eye no kore honorable kan woni hwi a wode ma Ghana for oni Ghana for because even sa TVET you can say sa hotel no si obesi no ni nya under tourist and so sa ni nyina no aban no ye ba umia wo ye ne dada wo ye enti different bed no ba honorable ken ba ba ye wom mo said de o mu siesie Kwame Nkrumah museum ne sa ni amaniama ni nyina ye tourist price a place ma chronic koso man for bomb be kwa kwahe enti honorable ken ba no be catch us say one district one factory no emunu onu ba be ibantia na sakoto akoto free
That's the Kofi and the one where you can catch you be sending bro for you there also
and then no kofa planting for food what the be ye can say
bias
enti mun kanu kre emma Ghana for hu say adwuma ne de honorable ken ontimi meye and ontimi nye 25 good years obetimi aya ankasen central and if you crossing dumping and kwayen centrani bi ho na kiyehu minu nyina te we yenim say asen dumping any asen central wonya hwe wo ho no be den no abetimi abedi president say okoye bibi wo ho no mo.
Thank you very much.
Ono na o say
thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I think, sir, we've done enough for this show. It's getting very late, and so we are going to. My show is going to end now. We're going to say it as it is, and then we take it from there. To me, I say, it has not been in a balanced debate. It has been 1 against 4, but you guys have done well. Thank you, Sir Krufi. Why are they? Everything you have said is from your own, and you've been able to stand firm on everything you have done. I can't one more day. After today, we still have a Friday part. If you want to come Friday, that would be nice. So you can come and tell us more about your business. Anyhow, I can beat me about exposure now be nekono. Oh, the major no. Aha, into ja Mr. Boateng will take over the show, and he's going to take us to another show, which is Say It As It Is. Into part, you can still stay and listen or battle with them. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on the second edition of our show, Say It As It Is. Jumadiwe Yewomu, 2-way per rules, no insult. Send an credit and now they are two. Now, before I start, we wanted to thank our chief moderator, but I'm say wako backstage, but me a show today, and then the producer, for being with us. It's in the very okay. A starting program. You people have been with us from day 1 till now, and you better masi. I cut 1 week pay. Na ye kwa kochusu ye Flagbearer into the tension I shikakra but he did say bibia but to di na me ya doma on the 4th and ye 2 year ye nyina ya sawa be she osunuko to no ase na me did say bibia be yedin sisi ya kasa we have 3,007 viewers watching us today ye wa ase bia I can say nkofo any yeden eje and they want to be part of us. Want to thank our moderators, our panelists, Chief Collins, Sir Krufi, Kojo, Osnoba, Yadamunina Masi, and then today we have Pat Minxiak. I think that the name is actually Pat. Is it Patience? And I say
Patricia.
Okay.
It's Patience.
Okay. The name is Patience. And I watch the ultimate music or Patience.
Platform so.
And then again on Osnoba Yadawasi for being our timekeeper, the second edition. Me pacho show we yenye dede obi kasama nanusi we announce wabo abrem. Ebi oka bibi na weni nje ho a to boasi owia and oka asem so ense say also oka And now you are saying you be making sure you say you be putting the pan into his or her right place. Second programming, our timekeeper near Osonoba Bakope. On funny time with the agro, and you can see say now to say why wild into on my time is a casa Mr. Bomodiana Casa and the menchia because you are cheery that and to us. And then again, and chief moderator can say in the program now say we have not been fair to Sekrufi because I own on. But holiday, I beg to differ because any fault, and send a link now, ma other team members. Yes, any man will be into so be and when remua a dipano effort. But we will be also be a little bit lenient with Sekrufi on this show because I ever couldn't know you more on wakasa more. Remember nakasa more, send a bear a be balancing. Because I say in the no credit no credit. To Sekrufi, you went to Mianka the first show no. May more time borrow hwene nyina gu ho na emu no manenya no kre sanya no kra ibe yiwadi yes no your time starts now
the meeting ya can say a for mutie yen mesremo delegate ye besremo say on the 4th montuma banema Dr. Mohammed Baumia boom na ontimedi MP enim na onu na oba obetimi breaki 8 no amayen if you say onu na NDC for isuru no NDC for oma project ne dadaada nti no mode mahama ebai nti obi a oma project no mode mahama aba no say changes be eba ba omi awu omo strategy na afa no adru awie nti changes be eba ebeye yare kese a MPP for ye be regret some of the honorable ken eba MPP opposition ebe kono yesu kra ye ntimi nsunwie ye besrem because only the honorable ken the NDC for insuro no NDC for insuro no honorable ken also on the whisker the whole Ghana enti say oba NDC for so be kire ni say omunsu wosika honorable ken ono so timi onu kwa betimi stand for onu an self campaign but NDC for be kire ni say no ye de untimi fa sa medi yen honorable ken say bebra wa keke ni nyina no MPP for NDC for ko pali ni nyina de aba minia ya nhwani ya opposition be kono MPP ye bebe biem no ye ho be kire ye papa enti ye besremo say monto abama Dr. Baumia say monto abama Dr. Baumia enyuma kufo be ye a wantimi anye de nanado ye a wantimi anwie de kufo be ya wantimi anwie de nanado be ye a wantimi anwie ni nyina no Baumia be ka bom no de bia ka ho no aye ni nyina pepepepepepe oba okonkremofo mu a omuso ne soro oba sorry fomu a omuso ne soro okwas otumfo ho a omuso ne soro baby bi obefe bia akwara opaniu omunim Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Baumia enti onu ni obi a ontina no kasa bi wa bontene sa enu na manfo di soro no hwe wiase ye we kura nipa wo ho na se ubiebie wanu bebre na se wamma onsusia nka otirimu a empenifo se obi oye wo no kro otimi be fakọ enti ye pe obi a at least on my Ghana obetimi dia hye ni trim no obu on my no akoso ye na okofa obi a ade no onye ekura no abegyina so me na me ye na wo de ye nhwe honorable can say oba mumu se oba obe kreti ayi no amman nkofo sika no memo sika no abe akosia manu kra me na me koma ni say said na omema ni district ho no mo ni constituency ho ye beto aba no akomema 200 no abegyina me na me ma merwa we no 200 abrewa wa manisika osia koka enhrabe ni wom Baumia oye ni sa onu wo meka onya ne hwe enhrabe ayarefo adom Baumia boaboa wo nyina no ebie no a waba bonten abekada eno na ese mumia dwen huni hu se ese ya present Baumia ne de ne ko ne nyina ye ta na chi Ni nyata na china MPP mu no otumi ba kufo ka sembi o se MPP no o de MPP din no kra na wo so se MPP din ni da wo so kra e chen Yesu Kristo a obo ho ban ati se Yesu Kristo sorry ati se Yesu Kristo a obo ho ban efi se o Yesu Kristo u body din penabro nsanfo tetehwe sa na MPP nso obo ho ban a u bo MPP pe na NDC fo nyina tetehwe enti abesre mo sa mumiefa ba umiemra na honabo kan de ni nuanom se mo anse se mo adwen ni ankofa ho ya ni mo anse mo adwen ni ankofa ho na bo kan ba me catch mu plane anum na o se yo de best ya adwen no da bi o mo de mo ni ambrese ekomde mo no mo no ti akra ogina Cross Sports Stadium no o bunimu anum no de bunimu jen mo nya mu video ni bi no na me kira mo se mumia fa ba umia de sa ne ma nya de oba beye enya de oba beye mwani abre no afe na me de
den no be
me pa chao yesi obi kasa obi enso so emom menua no tama so de na se krufi ye kan se was out there me no de da bia kuntokwa backdoors na wo Yesu Kristo asemi da ba na kwa Kristo ni abeka Kristo asem wo ye kremoni ada jira de Kristo asem be
me nya kremoni ni ye Kristo ni
mi
nua ne enkremoni enti ya enkremofo nyina mo ya Allah nya nyame no mboni di sa na akofa MPP anu afi nyame MPP second nyame no enti me no me sum nyame na me
bedase Mr. Moderator Pacha Yanko.
Thank you very much, Sekufin. Actually, Sekufin, Oma Eneji Oshu, no, so keep up with the good work. Kojo, what boomraso? Kebeto time or so. Next time, yeah, time now. Uma Yama Kojo time or 5 minutes. Sisi ya call last minute. Yati 2 minutes a free show. Kojo, yes. Yama panish show. Mona mo di PhD by. Inti mo follow. Musi patriotism, honesty and discipline. When you're discipline, wahasi into 2 minutes a free show. But your team can mumborum mepamochong in a decency way. Esremo. More better. More 5 minutes. But say you could do over 3 minutes.
Eddie Ken and Sempanani Guswayeto. Nya Sekrufi can fact and I can be say no be saying it yet. I think that we won't even draw much on that. At the whole plane, Obianim said the right man for the job is Kennedy. Kennedy is the one Ghanaians are crying for. Kenna said Oba Ghana Bekunini, you better find my papa Ifra. The name calling, no, I don't think they will go that tangent. Second big nasty to Mukra, I think say it's going to give us some comic relief because so Nipa here has something to just cool off. It's if we would have a president who would entertain us, that wouldn't also be a bad thing. And I wouldn't say much, but I think that Ohima has been quiet for long into remember Ohima taking it from here. Now maybe a part so the account. Yeah. Thank you.
Pacho, I say yeah, kasa ya kabebre e wa ha sei. But the beka ne say baumia nipa beye bi wan beye ni na. At the long run, he has no message for us. That's what I would say. But what I want to say this evening is, I think Sese Kufi Kasano can say, Kufi Kasano, or can be bisa banch, the den a babaye, and a bruise so the edena air babe, but the name person can say, Honorable Ken Air Kasana say, his policies, through his policies, we are crying one my associate baby who knew my banshee, it to me, and I ain't be what cry, any Madiana banshee, it to me. Apart from Sir Banshee, Sekrufi saying to all about the banshee bar and yashin, I'm a person mechanic banshee, what way, yet me the yes start, now start in the crano, and Kofo be Bria yen drew and war abroad 300. They use this start for many drugs. Inti and then a name and you may person make catch your face so encodan chain. Through cassava, we can get flour. We can also get biscuits. Through corn, we can get cornflakes. We can also get Cerelac. Enkoda and chain crap on ethanol. ɔno kaa sɛ ɔba a ɛbɛma yɛde aba abɛka petrol ho ama yɛbɛ mix with petrol ama petrol prices akɔ fam anaasɛ yɛn obi etumi aba saa level no to buy them no ɛno so enyimire pɛ sɛ meka kyerɛw sɛ yɛn no a corn kro yi aso ɛma yɛ poultry feeds into these are the education that I got to know from Honorable but deɛ mepɛ sɛ meka nyinaa ne sɛ wosi ne kuro mu asen hɔnom ne koraa no obi ampɛ no ɔnyɛ hwee wɔ hɔ but deɛ enyimire mepɛ sɛ meka kyerɛw sɛ asen hɔ na ebi ana nkɔ hɔ but yɛn bi wɔ hɔ a we've had the opportunity to go to the place. And when you get to the place, now, wow, to me, who say, a kura, it comes with regulated rules. It's like in coffee, wo kronimuni nano, say, I seen her saying, papa, we enye she momo, and coming yes, some bemanats nasa, emretin, ya, ababesi and day, and as a ministerial position now, wokano. Honorable, ebi ohaya the man, but on ompe. He rejects it sometimes. And then he comes out to tell us he doesn't even want it because he's a business person. And then he wants to say it, Sunny, and then you can say it as it is. Into your person, Kobonia, Utumi Eka. I feel say, the person may catch you, Emma Otiana, say, Honorable, say, on the 4th, say, Wamba, MPP, Nkone Bim. Say, Kofa Baumia Eba, I'm telling you, you better call opposition because NDC 4 they are also ready. And then they accept Honorable say Ombra no benya sa new face e was up ademu e wo MPP mo a Sekrufi ebema enyuma akoso it will redirect the path of NPP ebema MPP akonod ade abemu because near Baumia beke kachre yen meye say me ba meye say no it's like we're failing and anything I want to me pon campaign message bia emfa maye and now ka bibi so say radio stations no enya Honorable ne sorry or grantee interviews. They do call him. And sometimes sometimes we want him to come on the platform and I say, Sa Zoom near my webu, Omo breast and sana, Omanyam, on one casa onine one daji. In Sanya sort of no all grantee interviews, your friend. But Baumia didn't want to me and grantee interviews. They say, well, who said we're failing? And there are no messages that he wants to bring out. Ubia bedine dibim. It is an amepesa mekache when name you medase.
Mepa mucho akamo 30 seconds montoasu. Me fa mo obi abio and this other Mr. Moderator.
Okay, but you meet me abim.
And 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So I think with the issue now, see obviously that one's use now. Yes, you are paying on TSC, and I think say me if I me question be Nancy my year of return. I believe the number of people that came from out of Ghana, like outside, no, a lot. If there were a lot of tourist attractions in Ghana, we would have made very huge money from that thing. But there were other places, Krana, when the foreigners come and they visit, they are free because renovation beyond.
Okay, Mami patience, say time no aso. Mr. Moderator, Emma with different questioner. Mechanic say, Mr. Sekrufi, say, oh boy, you might we are the we a good campaign. Emma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Yes, Ramu, name and symbol as it is, no, and yana cry, your best puzzle. But and then maybe they also, but not the same come on what it may just be Mr. Moderator. The Ohobiano or no backlash. Mr. Moderator, uncle.
Thank you very much, Mr. Timekeeper. aka Osono Baba Kope, no size. Yadamwasing. Sekrufi, Wakasa, and Yetina Sumpemu. The Paucho, dear Ohimani, sister part kind, but when we remember the time Kakano wa finish it, your kind, na Sekrufi will be wa na Wari Batano, Ewo home, part manenko.
Okay.
But how many minutes?
Onche, other manenko.
So tourist attraction can really bring a lot of revenue into the country. You know, if Sekufika say on TSC any possible, and he was citing examples, say how many years no betimi DAC sa DNO and all that, no, it's possible he can do it. If Oban the first term, now you or Beba Beya, we would give him again and again and again. Maybe you cannot, or he can't be the forever sitting president. Ain't you know? You are saying Baumia this that's not. I don't think Baumia has done anything apart from digitalization. There is nothing he has done. not only campaign message BR or Bemon. So me, I support Ken's tourist attraction creation now or their canning initiatives. No, it would generate a lot for us because when we travel out of Ghana, the amount of money we pay to see certain things which are very basic, but then because we don't have it in our country, we go all the way, buy tickets, go and stay in hotels before we can see those things. So imagine people from outside coming to Ghana to also have a view of these things. Hotel owners will earn money. Through that, maybe Ghana can come back to its feet by creating even an airline for the country, where when people are coming through the country, they can actually use that means instead of using foreigners' airlines. So I believe Ken can do it. Let's give him a chance. He really can do this. Every businessman has serious mindsets when it comes to ruling. So let's give Baumia a chance. Mr. Kakram, the count.
Okay, many about why are there?
Let
Mr. Moderator, there be
a chance.
there's Secrufi.
Oh no, I
had the Munim Seven me family in Yajum and Liagrosa. Secrufi, we are with my friend back door. But at this moment, Mr. Samuel Boating and a host. Eti or no Emma with chance I won't remember. Mr. Samuel Boating Yanko.
Thank you very much, Pat. Sacrifice me sorry we no ubon man because of a slip of tongue be or home. But all the way no. The acting here the air can was it is sacrifice. Pepacho ubet me are repatam. The kind be a
Sir, slip of tongue we know. A bit to Mahama.
Pepacho sacrifice or just 5 minutes. Me monitor.
What was saying?
5 minutes. It
Yeah,
me monitor.
Me rebata.
Okay.
Slip of tongue, a bit to Mahama mo, Emma Nanado, et me the baby every knee part, et bedin kunim. And many about me dawasi, say, what projected Baumia, or de Ama Baumia, edawasi. Share many about me, say, businessman for no unima dear omoye. Omutimi ya doya, no my ya doye bia. Na abeye insana ho ama wiase nyina ana oman no wukọ be bi ti se Valentine Day say nipa na ye omo nipa odi Valentine Day buy no o ti se Canada Japan na do ye nti wan pe president endi initiatives bebre wo e wo wiase a amanfo gina so nkrom ni ade amanfo gina so e di celebrate nipa no enti honorable Ken akanado ye ne niema bebreba wo ye no esen ko yi bibisi wo se media me pese mo celebrate mo saade we hu every year anke be yama no na so be di president there be wetin well I'm telling the fact say honorable Ken ye nyina ye pe honorable Ken asempa but okoye say ebia media madoye no me ya doya na afie bia so a me yida bia si wo say sa fie sa da we say na me de ya doye say de na despite eye no unsa despite kama na otwitwi moja no ne we no say nanse no waja minim unsa na man for celebrate ni pa na man for celebrate no kwam despite so we ska enso so to aso ye kosa anke be ye a dear man, despite so we sika every year be our yes juma we na toso yen family president hwe Mahama nuen Ibrahim Mahama hwe na do ya woye no oti odomu odo na mo se oba honorable Ken ba obetim president odo mu a obeti odi ye wei whereby Ibrahim Mahama mo omuba no ma beti mu kama no mo di ache no mo ya doye yesi oh honorable Ken Ibrahim Mahama o ya de oh na ni nyina no ho year of return when they buy anya baumia ne na nado na de buy year of return mo de buy ema ebe generate sikama Ghana for ni nyina mu no afena mu ho se Baumia the year of return a badia mumu kosi hotel si apumu. Hey, miniaba Debbie Jaja. Or him na or do buy no now I saw Kohima church room yes I said ye wouldn't trobia bar propaganda beer bar say kufi be you to. And now remanes and couching ye one channel and I didn't be so one yard or him. Miniaba tourist now cano. And ya aden kahona bunke in Kase. Tourist site no. Send ye nanadu si cathedral. And only dear obia kwala obia ye bibi. Obetimi akọ hɔ no mu a anka ye ensuo mu nipa dodo sɛ mimi tuai ensuo mempɛ nsuo me fa ho kra misuro but cathedral na esi asase so no ɛno de obia betimi akɔ hɔ akɔ enjoy wɔ hɔ no mu obi ye hotel obi ye wedding obi di agro satawale kofa nyum tufuni bi ba obetimi akɔ ha yi wɔ na ban na nya ho sika. Ati se hotel ya honorable can so besia si nsuo mu yi nipa dodo se na bekwa akoda ho odi pa ko fra America banana ni ko je wa kwahye kura bi ase akohwe ko tourist akohwe ni ma papa ho na ni aje odi ekokofa e friend say jesi anase wa mu bra ba bi omo ni nam e ho no omo pe e ho no na omo pe nya nsuo so enya nsuo di anka Florida nsuo be na ho nsuo kan nya yi na yi wo mo. Minia ba next time oba kase tourist no eye Dr. Alhaji Maubia
Sekrufi
now say 5 minutes
matro time o time that so no matro
time we are time no mean be now the time na ko
ma dem ma make Sekrufi
hold on. Thank you very much, Sekrufi.
Oh,
yes, Cathedral no Shatawale beko ho ana. I want Shatawale beko akọ for me.
Cathedral no unim say you ma utimi ko haya perform where you are.
Our cathedral ni mu.
Na do si no. One sin is
our cathedral ni mu.
Me na me ka kire
it is a yesi cathedral na Shatawale mu nyina beko akọ perform wo cathedral ni mu.
Shatawale pese okoto no mo ho a enu ani se okobuku na ka so konkwa beko akoya so.
Well, very, very interesting. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I hope the viewers need it. You
me see, says Shatawale, person okobo nyumo ho a. Obekwa kobuku. Okobuku a wakwaje floor, wakobo ne nyum wawie. Na ka sa sorry for nkwa ne bekwa kobuku akoye nyumo ho. So who person we where the crap.
Mr. Sekrufi.
Thank you very much. Yeah, be mo akoso. And then again, who make you comment who make you comment back could be na him say man on what platform ni yemu shi omo. See year of return, we say Baumia na de buy.
No,
man yemu shi omo. O say
Baumia na de buy.
Sekrufi, I think say Enrano, I made this clear here say anytime we talk beer, not we use the name Baumiana now. You are discrediting the president. So what I say, we need to stop that. It is the president and then the vice. So what I say, say Ayanado, any Baumiana Kayan, maybe I would need problem. But when you say it, say a Baumiana na say who make it a comment now, me being the moderator here on this show, say it as it is. Then I should tell you, say, and about me, we didn't 8 years of your uncle.
Yeah.
So who can say, yes, stated that fact, Nick. So who catch him say Baumian and Nana, then Baumia already 8 years, he needs to go. But say Nana do any Baumia, then Baumia still has the chance to be a president and take his 8 years or 4 years. They're gonna for the man. It's yes, take it a fact clear here. Why me patcho memo bem memo osnoba bem osnoba patcho mente and then
wait just 10 seconds.
There are questions coming from the viewers. Moderator, you need to bring them on.
Also, ma'am, 10 seconds.
Osnoba kasa.
Me test. Many as a Sekrufi, with him say, they are now how much you was disturb me. Oh, my men that meaning. You can say, you can say cathedral, and you can say mosque eye enyoma mienu cathedral baby a Christopher ekosom omunyankopon ena mosque nkiribofo baby omso kosum Allah meme de meme nkwa asore eti mede de meme sombosom many problem eti besrew u break e no breaking down cathedral ye ma shatawali enkoto nwum wo honum enye ho ena ye de koye obonsam show said mufo ema mosque ema
thank you very much thank you very much producer for question about to from the viewers it goes for Sekufi.
Sekufi who actually
okay Sekufi ubetimi answer that question we are Ken for very better no based on the answer now the bebano. What is Baumia going to campaign about? They want to know from the viewers. Thank you.
Viewers are mutie me.
About 3 minutes.
Or 3 minutes spent to answer the question.
Viewers are mutie me say. Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Baumia ni campaign message for 2024 on Fema Abontene is the same like Mahama on the campaign message MI. When internal elections, party now you woman MPP no or no and warrior campaign, immune warrior campaign said ye bedi ye de frank in beshen and sa so me di party no enim. And the Ushem Ukraina or not Dr. Muhammadu Baumia or no netmia presenting message ama MPP for or no netmia presenting message ama MPP for Ken on presenting because Baumia say oba MPP every constituency biano obefenipa about 15 ewo no the one by Jubilee House that's first half house no more be bu or mine what change the system of amembu e Ghana no because see be Ken as a president afena na ne nkofo ni nuanom ne nkofo betena se ni afra bi lobbying ye lobby ni afifa nkofo agu adwumam any places grassroots for munya bi enti Dr. Muhammadu Baumia was so ba ono de grassroots for no and a party for constituency wo be select obia nipa at least 15 equivalent to 3,000 now odoma ba because any mandate is so nipa 7,000 amembo mu enti sa nipa 3,000 de grassroots for and ate de honorable Ken ontimi fa one single policy our demand MPP for one single policy ontimi fa bi mai ono ne dia ni so ko platform grassroots no Baumia say oba be share grassroots for intimi nia question na answer no madam wase
okay
Osumba cathedral na wo ka ho asem no the type of cathedral na nanadu any Baumia AC no enye bi ni other cathedral no the whole world Ghana will be the number 1 or number 2 cathedral because
thank you
another
thank you on that one answer
Makipu otam naso etimeja ma Mr. Moderator
Tim Ken the okan mo pese mo rebata na yen call the next question no Tim Ken question the man say a Kofi about Baumia campaign message no say Kofi chire say Baumia enfa the campaign message by because Mahama enfa dey there by where internal politics until he doesn't need to bring his campaign message out.
Baumia doesn't take Ghana serious.
How many minutes?
3 minutes to answer.
Okay.
Baumia doesn't take Ghana serious. because internal election no otu we are obedi president or MPP ni mu and obedi Ghana president. Why is he not taking the whole country serious? Because church say Kufi wa say no say Mahama econ election about the NDC no, even though it was an internal election, but he had a campaign message. Okache NDC for say omoto abama no na obedi NDC anymore. He's going to introduce something they call the big push. Go and read about it. Ken say Obeye industrialization. He's coming to lead the country with 3 things. That is PhD, patriotism, honesty, and discipline. And also the campaign message, no. But unya enfa bi mae. So far, the ATN say all promise grassroots say obefa nipa 10 ewo each constituency. Amo munjuma, which is not feasible. Now, say Baumia catcher and say we internal election, there's no need putting his vision across her. Now, what Opache saying, because men say and it looks like time we are putting him on the tight spot, and as we are putting him on the spot. But Sekufi, Ejmane Deimao, the reason why you always get attacked, I had to say, O Kanya Mesem, Ewo, Iraq. Edding. Asem na Wokan, the message is not entry and uni message. And you know, I say we can't throw now the patapa film. Because we all try to analyze Asem na Wokan. It's here we are now, say, rather sembina, I say, and as sembina, what to share. What you say? And you know, and you say, you per se, you can't win anymore, and I say, ye mouth say ABR, they are all can saying, but we are listening and we try to analyze the message you are putting across. By Ejmane Ding, who preach you Iraq, it would not sink. We are Islams. And you know, Ebeya starting for your credibility sake. Move away from the camp now, one. It is not too late. We still have 1 week. Ubetimia resign from Baumia camp no. Ababeka Ibusa Kesi no. Even on this platform, Ahaya Pokene Winnie. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. Yes,
Chief Collins, Chief Collins, say, and that the say, a equal back to painting one white dear pow, my carameboa. Second, and not by.
Let me respond to Nadian 1 minute.
But I did a moderator, Bema Aquinian. Then, second, and not by me, sure, second, move to me, Abatanasa, and then the models watching until Metias here. Mr. Moderator, Uncle.
Thank you very much, Tim. Tim Ken, we Collins. Kojo, what's Nasiache? What's Nasiache? Mamento Unka. Why? Selkufu bebem. But Kojo at Nasiache, Mamento Ninka. Kojo, well, 3 minutes.
I feel a friend is saying, Collins, I can't assembly now. It's very difficult. To an extent, I'm starting to believe Kufi or Kasama Ken. Because me analyze it in some more can 3 minutes anymore. Every 30 seconds be 20 seconds be a Ken. Every 20 seconds be a Ken. Only message be a about me a communicator only message. But me anaka send ni message. Inti na ma we jumano and I call it God. I'm we jumana e more. You know, and we have to see Baumia for who he is. So I promise back on the Abba say Obama nipa constituency be nipa 10. 1, any feasible. 2, if so Obama nipa constituency be nipa 10, why have you waited 7 years in government? 7 years in government, and Saubabe promise it. You see, unimo wa shena. Sa omo all promise omono. So unimo wa omo hwena. Because if someone is promising you to give you something, if you vote for him again, look at what he has already given you. Look at the last 7 years. What has that person done for you? And that is what we need to think about. Like me a delegate, that is what I'm thinking about. Nipa no promise also Obama Obibino. Last 7 years, he's been vice president of the Republic of Ghana. Then why am I? Zero. Nothing. If that is what we are expecting to continue, fine. The Biameka say 2024, 7th December, yeah, there will be a change of government, right? There will be a change of government. If MPP do not change this government, the people of Ghana will change it for us. On November 4th, no, we have to change this current government by electing Honorable Ken. We need someone with a new message. If we carry this old message, old faces into the election on 7th December, we will lose. But dream baby nimsi ebe lose. See this uncle we mukwa. Any member of this current government, you need as a flag bearer, you be lose election. Let's be honest with ourselves. If you go on the streets of Accra, on the streets of Tamale, Boga, go anywhere in the Republic of Ghana, baby, I'm up for who. But hey, you are now I've been here for over 10 years. Yeah. Me kofa no mutumi frame me for emwa. Sisi omo frame me for emwa no adobo. Omo ye adwuma nyina have to me frɛ. Say Jack enkoso mami o. Meanwhile, some few years ago, it was not like that. And if you are saying that you are the economic waste killer, why don't you do something about that? And you're telling us, say, Yema abanu biom answer. Yema 4 years biom answer. Wait me. You've been sitting around the table the whole time. If you think you had new ideas, why didn't you put it forward? Me table as a member of the economic team. That's it. Within the last friend is saying 7 years. If I feel my input is not being felt, I'll leave. I will leave.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The time to go into CC Jumana Saba Tomiso. Kojo, what's them now? Kaino, Kakrana Medivation. What's a Kufi? Right now, no Kojo Semna Wade Bano. He's attacking Dr. Baumia. Bankawushin the year super. In Kenya, Dr. Baumia and Kawase Assembly Command. I was a command say be a president. But who said in same be one ya wokan say be Chief Collins here who say be one who say like a Dr. Baumia and Nanadua and when a man attack the co Dr. Baumia instead of say be I was a co the president and so what you say and you tell catch says I will make a submission be why you find it any money dear because we voted for Nanado, not Baumia. Tiemfama Dr. Nanado no now, not necessarily Dr. Baumia ni. And then again, no kojomuso semna woka woman about certain we na slot no so the Bema party members. Maybe a doable. My dream true. Let's be fair here. A doable my Dr. Baumia so bad. But see, I want my maybe your feelings there only some Monday to do that. So what you say? Into so asamka because he's not the president now.
No, I didn't dispute the fact say all I'm saying is you've been around for 7 years. Is it now that you want to do it?
Say anone kan ebi anone kan de ono ni nya to me now obeye. Sisi a wonye nyaaye. So what you just spare no wo. Say bia wonya obeye.
I think what Dr. Baumia is doing here at that day. Because I want to tell you emphatically, say, constituency and the 275 in one. There is more than 10 appointments in each constituency. Because of our MCE, so if you constituency, the deputy, and even people that work in the assembly. And if there are already people there working, as Uncle for the crowd board 10. Now Bekache say Monto Abama me na meba mesa appoint ni patena. It's like asem na all can. He doesn't know onim meeting in the night. Enti se kufina na or no try so be make asem no obesiesie ho say ba omiase sa ni paten na offer omo no. Omo de omo ko flash your friend say Jubilee House. Any ye be challenging no ha say you can't take that number Nipa almost 3,000 to the Jubilee House to work because even Nipa 995 no more Jubilee House. No. Emu be 600 civil servants omono they are there. Omona buying kwa buying Sankra, they are still there. Government appointees are just 448. I always come out with facts. Men no men bedina say and can't be meaning. You know, it's
Thank you very much, college. Thank you very much, college. Sekrufi, me pacho sambo room. Nere bata de omokikai.
Yeah, Minia, I'll say, Mr. Collins, Simono, Omokasa, I think, say, me form some nessa because they are trained as entropho. They are trained as entropho. And the Dombe Kebia, and the Obeka no crena womono. Womono feno, omo per se, and can also be dintro a boa womo. And so media may catch them place, I mean no crano na make catch them. Oh, say, Quajo, Ebekan, Abeg, to say, Baumia, and a 7 good years in me, or so baby, I won't mean ye. And to me, so maybe catch her say, Baumia and Ecosi Cathedral, Baumia, ne ye way, Baumia, ne ye we are. Difference being the womb. And your Baumia, and agenda 111, warrior. Ah, so to me, see hospitals in India, the whole Ghana president, bien waba, what in yes is our hospital. No, and your Baumia, and a plenty for food, or they buy. And your Baumia, and a drones, or they buy. And your Baumia, and a Ghana card, or they buy. And your Baumia, digital system, on a they buy. Quajo Eddie dance here be. And to me, Barcelona, the catch was said, Honorable Canadina me bono, me bachelor was said, ni numa was so obey and won't mean yet. No, my church, much row. And you would say, Chassa, what you are, as answer me, Cassin, Honorable King, or Bow so baby a Banchina or Ubediano, and ye, won't mean if it's a Banchino, and so talk as a crab Banchino pro. And 20 me and produce Banchin, said your penal. Obeka tell me so, and some of me kind won't tears here. I say I want you and anything. And they say, Ukrum nebusa womo, one anamo, and that's all papa mo, nebusa womo say, Banchi, see Diana so talk a sia, emperor. And no Becassa, some make no me bois. As answer Collins, Banchi, hey, Unimientium of Mumpe Banchi. Unim, research am ye, Banchi, or Mudi dia room of fire cacraca, in general for Mumpe Banchi. Me can't no cratchama, I am Munayana Mofisa me bois. Chroma. Diomo pen cutoff in this any manuntina okwa bro near the biscuit bro near the way cutoff near the way me nam shop nam me who banching da and the moment cano crack na sia off on omuntia sia ye say honorable can ade na wode ba na wokano me no nyina na wabrochire ono say nsuom ni ade nyi ono to kwa ba brochire ni wabehu ene wo be ka kire wo mo enti wo be ka mo me nche say honorable can ade na wokano anim kano kure no kire efom hofo no ne mo efom hofo no policy. Said Dr. Mohammed Ubamya mom policy so about befeni pattern every district. Mr. Collins, Abino, how many mandates? Nipa sen or so form a human. Nipa sen, Mr. Collins. Nipa 7,000. And to assure the most 3,000 Emma MPP for grassroots. That's all in a year because me no nyinati hanomo. And I said, Yakaso be mefa abandia ba. Ni yakwakote lobbying committee ministry. Yes, we are lobby ama we kofa we na koye problem ama party no. And the party with Baumia almost no. Sa lobby a initiate me we need 2024 ye mpedi biem. Say ye befe ni pattern or 15 no or constituency a emu ye befe bi as regional ministers. Enuamu bi ene ebefa ne omo yede omo ya dwuma anti se obi pe yemfa ne se police pe nipa abeye dwuma apen kofa abeye dwuma now se nipa 10 no omo no na ebekwa akofa nipa wo fom ho ne omo di aba enti wo treni hyem na akoso efom ho fo no ase eso enye se obi tinkran no a lobby and to be say honorable can yes wakwaji cocoa board na nkrofo lobby afa ne so no mu lobby fa ne so a no de omu nyina abehye cocoa board no mu ya dwuma whereby syndrome pimfo no omu nya dwuma nye satam ya syndrome pimfo be nya dwuma ye asyndrome pimfo ne asin central
Thank you, Sir Kofi. Thank you, Sir Kofi.
Dr. Alhaji Maumia Amegu.
Thank you, Sir Kofi. Your next question. So, we are from for Team Ken for.
Okay.
Team Ken, yes, say Ghana for say Sena Ayana Moka with Dr. Baumia. Ghana for say Ken, the temperament, you know, unqualified, say obey a president.
I said, we yeah, but if one person mutia, we'll give it to them. Presidents are almost making change. It will reassess, not even Ghana alone. People with temperaments. So we share yeah, President Kwame Nkrumah, self-government now. Now it must say in the shortest possible time, 1 year. We didn't say Kwame Nkrumah winning election or that prison. He was a radical leader and later became a communist. Or that prison he told Swaba and Winnie Beye prime minister. Oshe J.J. Rawlings, or you coup 2 times. First time, second time, and he became the president and later a democratic president. I don't know to me, a year free the military rule, no, any about democracy, yeah, Fourth Republic, J.J. Rawlings, who freed the shores of Ghana, echo even Libya, Eshe Gaddafi. Look at the change at Gaddafi here to the extent that some years back, now amount for 2 coin got away your friends in Libya for Bob Brad. To say near a crew like to say now for Europe near the end. People were going to Libya. Gaddafi was a radical and a ruthless leader. Ofa will be to say Lee Kuan Yew, the same thing. Donald Trump, I will be the America see. Donald Trump, temperament. On the he was very intolerant with even the media. And go scot-free. But he will give you the response that you need. Under the leadership of Donald Trump, if not for COVID, I want hand only year because he was negligent. And Donald Trump would have been the best president in America after Kennedy. And you know, if people talk about temperament, obi oye temperamental biano, because onim akuma ekita n'intino, onya dia obeka n'ini. He would always make sure say he's in your good books because say oyena etefa so a ebia the reaction that he's going to give you no won't pay. And Omokaso temperamental, right? I've maintained Krasa Ken Abu Biasunda. He's always reciprocating action. And yeah, and I'm sure say Obi anyhow ye body abrewajo. If say oh come here, now you deserve a certain response. I will give it to you. Say Kufi Owahai, even though he's very tolerant, he has a very big heart to take whatever you speak to him. But I thought that onokrano, something must kill a man. I not opposite or reacting. Onokro your about no say I not pretended, I don't know. But I thought that on one part, who say what's your first one also can send. So it tells you say everybody has his limit. And maybe I may limit near shorter. Now what you're near taller. It doesn't mean you are better than me. There are places I may fall short, and there are places you would do better than me, and vice versa. At the whole plane, you know him say a ban a Juma Kennedy Wabo Brassing Baumia by far. Baumia vice president away dinner and governor we deal New Year's or by in. What did you talk Kennedy Abraba Wabo as a politician for the past 24 years plus as a businessman in his private capacity, and even the lives Kennedy has touched. But we are president, our baby 7 years, or 8 years, not me fan to. Oh, to me fan to. The Ben was started share apata for, or better apata for no a vice president. Someone was doing it. The Ben was started to school fees. He should campaign on those things because Jordi or my sika cry a crampono. He claims those things as the achievements. Now the audio no asika so here enkade. Come on. If somebody has temperament and you have issues with data, look at yourself in the mirror. One before you ask Ken that question, because we are all not perfect. Obi Ntwaso, thank you.
I think say Obia I cool when I think say Kojo chief. Ebia made the Ghana for kind make count. Ebia the temperament issue now we can send out kind Obia will be. Obia we nyina yeti ase who push it to the limit be drew baby the paper explode. All right, I think some video there quiet. Old video though. Who say Ebia, these are the reason why Ghana phone be. Can say who say enye bebia na Ebia ye push you was say we there go wayward. Some cause na Ghana phone can.
Okay.
Say enye bebia I say asam ka wakosra wasiw. Na mudidi nkomo na bia wasi waka asem bia wani anje abawo na oyire. Issue. Na or react to what's soon. What I say, Ebia Kamuko do fear, you would have reacted in a different way. I know Ebia kind of funny be Kase, Ebia Kennedy. Even though he has good intention of whatever he's doing, you know, the be wa KB Krana, I was saying Koyineni. What I say, I know now Ebia Ghana funny be Kase, that kind of things now, and I said that kind of behavior. And no more musuro. Say be omo daddy say question inside. Ebia because Ebia ka we platform issue aye way. Say Ebia meet na se kra no ye no TBB. God damn me not the sabo table so sorry ye the oye. Maybe he's not supposed to react that way. And not to no musu feel say enunti no.
Yes.
Say and I won't fata. Say me pa say no say was it yeah this idea anymore. And then again no Yebusa sa Ghana for no more kasa asem no so onye presidential material na. Presidential material no ne saying a cotton and I say nylon and I because obu person or could to be eshe. What I say
maybe I will be back by my main kasa kakra.
Okay.
I think that Omo kasa ni na no. They are just being hypocritical. One thing I love about Ken is that he makes you feel like, now we are minister, now we are MP Krampwa. You are not different from the normal human being. Make run for make contest for youth MP. And me winnie yeah consortium ne catch me say men send pictures emra na ye flyer mommy. And one of the picture me send and na me try a boy. And we your friend is saying consortium ne penny ne catch me say na MP na paya boy it is unparliamentary. And I make her say so me you be me pay a boy. But because me baby represent and kofu be you know, men pretending say me straight. Like I don't know, they want you to pretend, change from who you are for the people to see you say na what say. So not one casano say na what say. Is that the kind of people we want to lead us? Mope say fake people NND anymore. Sometimes when you can say a map of bad boys. Sir, Honorable Subainwe, I want to tell you, say Ghana, your population, a man and super, and he has a man support even more than anybody in the country because Obabi or Hokra like Ope, that kind of zeal na honorable or the other or the control near man because any man who say we a bema and a mema or near deal or more temperamental issues. Yeah, share my idea they control the best women because Obabia Fele say when you are that's temperamental now. We are in charge, or you're protected, or you're secured. And you know, what you are sharing, ma, a be sank of one. Yeah, I'm more 10 years, but I don't want to use it.
My sasa question. Or you my ampa. Mo pebe mo temperament. What temperament?
Temperamental,
Musi musi mano. Emano wa me pa mucho sanity.
Yeah,
I said
Papa.
your kind of prayer, yes.
Enti mo pede o year of beto ne nsa wo bedwum.
Oh, when
Oh,
you
son, inside, but no cry.
A question because I think they say yeah fan to took way was Smith Asemi. Will Smith did something like that in the Oscars. Okoshi will be assumed. And then you know crapo jino. It is okay to say map that kind of way now. As a
Me reading Johnny because of Ninsano or Koto, you know. And yeah, and there it's a whole case
It
altogether.
puts you on track. It puts you on
the
track.
Achona Sekufi ka bibi se cassava onko abroche ha say cassava bia eni ha say. Na me pesa me correcting is say abroche ha ye cassava chips. Ye manioc.
Me see chips ne bi ni ha.
Chips ni bi ni Germany baby I want.
Cassava
Crumble cassava chips ewo ho Sekufi. Walk to the shop.
Afro shop na woka.
Enye Afro shop, please. I'm not talking about Afro shop.
Cassava fufu no mundia Afro shop de gu.
Enye cassava fufu na America. Cassava is also used for drugs here in Abrotri Hase. I'm telling you today, some of the drugs they use it for because drugs ni bi wo honoma prevents diabetes. Indroni bi wo honoma cassava eka ho na yede headaches, relief of headaches. Cassava forms part of some of the we say medicines. I'll post the medicines on the platform for you to also see. I face relieve symptoms. And no yet to say we say your friend is saying diabetes, any idea, intino.
Question now we say no him no. Or him what mu propaganda no wonya yo.
Una woke as a cassava any abrochri has so we were wondering. I'd wanted to ask you that question, but me kokasa better me time so.
The question now Collins ya no esa me rebata no me ka me die wi no him ato aso ono ate asimu no ene wonya nyi afi no di be kire
Sekufi yato ase Rebata Collins. Oyima uwi a obeto aso with the cassava no. Right.
Yeah, minia say o can say honorable Ken the temperamental issue the temperament issue no ntino amanfo so ntime di president. Now Collins Becca say and Donald Trump JJ Lawrence ni ade. Unim Donald Trump unim asema atono. Enti Collins Donald Trump unim asema atono. Obedi president no okoyi unim asema atono. JJ Lawrence unim asema atono. Se Ghana ne yenka no kre. Anka ye maame no mu ani ye nua ma no mu. JJ Lawrence be twa wo ma wo edwom nyina no sabe baby a mintimi modin anka se JJ Lawrence anka ye punish no enti se wo be compare now be catch him say honorable Kent say JJ Lawrence Donald Trump Gaddafi ene le kwandu ne san Putin no modia Putin wo de odi be wiase I neno ye pese se ne mani nyina tutwa na wo de wo pese honorable Ken ebebe di Ghana so with this temperament dia onu ne dia no ye friend is more than temperament honorable Ken dia no more than temperament temperamentalism and honorable Ken ukuta onu ne dia no was zim onu ne dia wo jinemu ufa area bia honorable Ken temperamentalism no ajeho area bia emasem ne kra de ni kwansa oboso a master moon any question of bosso. As she say, and you me without says the first lady whatever. A master as a truthful person, Obio Kano Creno, the first lady whatever. Ye be Stella, sister Stella in Natrimano, what you says you'll be from the first lady. Nyama wants to say honorable can be bano, or be worry will be full so on the first lady. And Yama because then stages here, baby will be to piano, no worry no the Nipanaye, the Odibe. And in only temporary.
Kufi, I have to come in. This Uyen personal.
Okay, you make me pacho, Matthias. And only temperament in it, dear Mesro. And dear and Mahokra and Maho. Sasani Ekana, Minia, che, who video video now we know. Show 1 year president crab soldier for a chan was here. New we know, or Kobo Biasum, and a soldier in saw the answer. What one? Obey a president, obey a day. So Bobiasuma president, the Okobo Biasuma, and equals a police soldier need be sounds and a police. I see a more boy. And to what shall be America, yeah, Okobo Biasumo. Yeah. We want the president in Okobo, your son, you know, not by a president, Oko Buni Panerian Sana, what you are some abefi. Ne sense and samono, sense and samono, ye cano crepa, a car gunner for the bow hono. Obey Jessica Badobanch.
Oh, yeah, it's Nanky Boasum.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, it's Nanky Boasum.
No, and yes, we are dear Tana, no credit, Mimia, Mumayan cano credit. Mumayan cano credit. And honorable can is good. Said, yeah, or ni papa warrior no, obetini a creative BB near their kaino in future. Say MPP Mukra, best one is as a hero. As a hero, that one is better than our corporate president. No, say honorable Ken. Eko yes, say media MPP nisimi naso. And the Akoba said or Kokan interview mu say, hey, East Central region, Obubonko forbidden adding KTM Momunya can say only in a pre position ma one more munya near the Honorable Ken can be a hero in MPP in Ghana with doing certain things. Are you infinita? Me catch yourself.
Thank you very much.
Obedi president to Krana, send your man away in you will be because of a dear Baku pet. I hear
Mr. Honorable Ken can be a hero in Ghana. Name of president, they won't mean yet. Sana Wopachre. Won't mean yet, and but obetimia Koswa Akikan Sam Edia bought MPP who by obetimia Diama Ghana Yina ya benefiting, but won't mean yet president. Obi woha onu so betimi aye bibia won defend the party no obetimi aye ontimi nye bibi ma Ghana basani pani do obetimi aye president sana woka right. Okay, ohima borum na fide de na wo pese wo kan banchi asem no na yemfa nko ewie time eko.
Pacho cassava side na me Canada. I think sana correcting being another person me make it because that's a Kufi can be said cassava na honorable person or deba Ghana and Fasobia ni so afe so better sa na in the rainy seasons in Ghana and afe cassava ne de no kase emfa Fasobia embrain no and na me person me catch and say cassava we can get starch from cassava. Cookies be what abroche has say biscuits. It also comes from cassava. Cassava chips. When you go to the shop, sometimes who say cassava, but manioc comes from cassava. So that was the education that I'd wanted to bring on board. Say in and Andrew Bebre abroche ha because I be a young fire who you say a banche and on my free Ghana or mode yes in Druno. By your own Drew Bebre diabetes. no ye for diabetes cassava kroyana ye use esan ediaye afi so cassava so kroyano ye bibia a friend you can read about sepsis. It's used to induce labor and it comes from cassava. So those were the things that I wanted to bring out. And concerning the temperament of the temperaments that we were talking about on board, we are all human. We all have our temperaments. When you have it to the neck, you really act. Ye Papa Ekufuado Kra or no, or ye president, as at now that I'm talking, he also has his own temperament. Maybe say only in share one-on-one and that's only in ye jumada. Ubeka say be on soon in a temperament. Since nipa ye were your weaknesses. So you can't use that to judge, say, and nuntino. On to me emba and a video now you play with Sisi as a bibi and coca papa send ya debia ye cano and jet ready. So ye quite assume ye wo and no bia to no bia conifi bibian by ye free and fair votes and coming sure sebi honorable wabodam say o free ni fiaba no ababe kasa ewo honoma na say ebia simbi it's me aba out said this is what because obi openo Caribbeano. The person stands for the truth and also stands for peace. We all have our temperaments. Because of the temperaments. Bad time, all your papa no fight for your MPP party, and the we cry and besi and then yentimi and kasa no dear or temperaments or call radio stations no kasa. Then he wanted to bring sanity, and the ama asofo bi muntu mi po ember out ember yo mo bone ne omo ne oma no ene de ye nka se temperament nti that is what I want to say tonight but secretary de menene mbambe ye one-on-one but bibia wo pe about cassava bia no I'll post them to you for you to know and as I'll put it on the platform for all of us to learn because sometimes we come here to debate but we also learn from each other so that is what I would say tonight but me last week I can say Obia 4th November over line is so we delegates. Niami kinina se kukromoti ene kasa ba wo kono fama honorable Ken. If you say ono na nioma pa ewo ne mu so bi wo bibi papa bi ankode brain ya enke ye now enka ye ma ye nkodru bebi aya ba bedri e ma hotre ma e men ne youthful endwane uti nkro bi kra Ghana ni akola akopie ho a e ya areho e ya asefem ene bebre ena da asem ne ade a enu nti no ahotre senya na ye brother kojoka ebi mu su wo Ghana ma me fo tie mu ye wo families wo Ghana they are all shouting and then it's like they've had it to the neck inti se bibi o ho betim ye free ma it's now my entire na fort ne ba bedru to say next week you know then you start going door to door say after the campaign message na me campaign message is said gentoma bako na 200 Ghana cedis na kwatoma me enu there we will not accept it na me too be efu so say men just an ya mani to essence adwen daache ho na dwen wo maso daache ho Honorable Kennedy and Assisi was here for the new face. Yenya businessmen, yenya in conform my book money or money in our factory and brain. But this is the business manner. He has all near my papa a bit me a boy in my Ghana. Madam Asi.
Thank you very much, Ohima. Kojo,
Yeah.
and apart, Munina Muom, just 1 minute. Munka be in Ghana for Mukoto Abanu Yame Aduma on the phone.
My main shall say, okay, so we 3 minutes. That 3 minutes now, mother. Well, anyway, my main shall say, Honorable Ken, a man forecast on your presidential material. My main cast be from a personal experience. Me, what they going on? Level 200, yet to Obama me, a financial sketch on me hall, Saba. Position it to Mrs. Sanipa. And Sana yet to Abana Mame no. I was a different person. Yet to Abani Mami, you know, so I became a different person. It matures you. One said the last week, so be observing Honorable Ken. Wow, follow campaign partner. One said the last week, Ken's tone has completely changed. Otumiko radio station crowd, the last one I may tell say, oh, Omo weti omo nine so in this campaign, Omo function. And no so Omo Soma any bibino or the chom. His stance is changing. He's becoming more presidential. Yeah. And then I remember babe obi papa. Me we mo papa no. I was a different person. Once you become a father, it changes you. Life stage bia nyankopon be promote you amo wedru bia no. It changes who you are. The Kojo that I was some 13, 12 years ago as a Mebarbro channel, it's a totally different person because promotion beer the changes about life more. Honorable Ken will be a fantastic president. All these things about temperament and all that, it will change. The David we know as a shepherd, and the David that obey a king, no, two different things. It's Munya with chairman Honorable Ken. Now November 4th, no,
Thank you very much, Kojo. Mr. Krufi, Kavivicha, 2 minutes. Kavivicha, Neton or candidate.
Media, the Metimia can is a Sedim Dika Kano, Baumia, Onona, ya testino, our qualify a year exams distinction when ya with chat or call. Inti Mumayam Fanemara, Nian support no, because on an NDC for Suruno, and we are no, ye probably be breaking 8. Ye probably be breaking 8. A Baumia. Now, over the system now, Bibia Chrese a Druneso, because on it, Nanado, a membuya or Mubibuyi. Yet ye did 2 preko pe. So on Nanado and the bu or mine. Enti Nanado a bu 4, on also a bu 4. Enti more I can't be a BSC at the 20 so. Enti a year must says here 12 Baumiaso. See a 20 so obetimi breaki 8 no anything NDC for so no minia honorable ken yen kasa onyo honorable ken yen nyina penasem but obia afen NDC for be we no wo ye be ni say ye be yes e be ye dinama MPP for e be diama MPP for and the MPP for nim Baumia omunim no NDC for nim Baumia asemba ko pen ombeka afa Baumia ho omukeke ombeka economy ombeka be economy but me chamo nedia is economy entenu 1st January from December 1st January economy and sencheni ebesi wo Ghana no mubehu se se Baumia no ye mizaya ampa said the NDC for creating Baumia eto omo NDC for so say one Smith no because ne dini omo de omo ni say Baumia ye Messiah into omo kokra omo say bibi Smith no mo dey ato Baumi NDC for na be say dini from Baumia to
Sakufi medase me ma 1 minute but 1.2 minutes medase Pat Kabibiche Ghana for about candidate.
I think me call it Sakabibia and Mr. Kofi Ukasana Obewie no. You've endorsed Kennedy in an indirect way that you don't even know. I think you are not concerned about the country, you are concerned about the party. From what you said, say NDC first row no and 8 no. That's what you are thinking about. We are also thinking about the future. We are thinking about the future. So if you are concerned about the party's existence, if Sebi say Baumiana beba and Omani be and as a Ken beba no mind be that is what we are looking out for, not the existence of the party. So opposition beba no Omani that is what you are looking out for. Ain't no Miss Regana phone in there say abani ekotwa. My drink party. Say party way by 8, party way by 4. Yen drink your day on my nibesi ye, which is Ken, Honorable Kennedy. Yen try, we already know what on your president's cry he's done for the country. And we know from all his initiatives, we know what he can do. And when you are dealing with a businessman, it's different from dealing with an intellectual person. Intellectual people have but when it comes to proving it and I say practicals no Charlie, you can't compare a businessman to Obi or the book and in Ghana for let's do our best and give Honorable Kennedy.
Thank you very much. But, okay, Chief Collins, fire query.
Okay, delegates Amutieme, let's remove with the appeal, humble appeal, and I'm the mamo said, on the 4th of November, no, Muna Montu Mabama Honorable Kennedy Japan, because Ghana youth, we are losing our human resources to Europe and America. This year, the number of youth are almost free Africa, like Ghana, for example, Abba Butria, like it is the highest in many years. And this is because of senior mining Siko. Meko Ghana, na metal petrol, be 200 Ghana cedis grandpa. It finishes in a day. Like, baby, like the standard of living in Ghana is so high, and it's money be crazy. I always tell my brothers in Ghana, say they are magicians, because Oshe salary are almost any. The almost any the best salary price, I think about 3,000 Ghana cedis, and that same person is using a car, and the is mining and out the whole week, or spending about 600 Ghana cedis on just fuel. If you are doing this multiplied by even the 4 weeks in a month, not just say you are running on deficit. I don't know how they survive. Otontarie, ODD, OTIA bills, and all these things. So system na Ghana youth na adania for. So bit the dex be name crown say obani name for service bia instead of doing the right thing, I do it bribe because he has to put food on the table. And that is not what they wanted to do, but it's because of the kind of leadership we have in the country. And I'm a youth, like today, you see a lot of vibrant youth and page why they are all into sakawane, sports bets, and all sort of like immoral, practices, also prostitution, hookup, and then yamabebre, because there are no job, there are no industries. But that same people, when they get opportunity to travel abroad, they don't sell their body. Say clean and crown obey no be any scar obey. I think it's about time we vote for the right leadership, void of political colors, like my sister said. But as it stands now, Kennedy Japan, he has a lot for himself, achievements. He has built industries. He's an astute politician. He's a philanthropist. And so all the Kennedy achievements plus Nanado achievements in the last 7 years or 8 years in the camp. Now they could face John Mahama, why be that? I think he would be easy to market than any other candidate, and as candidates are representing in the next election. So delegates, don't follow Sika and I say bribery and I say we were catching. I think the Honorable Ken is the best bet for Ghana in 2024 and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Collins. So, Kufi, bompa any ampo. So, also see cathedral now, Mashatawali, I have performing or bompa mai.
There was so I'm not program na cost of fair. Now I'm over radio so say on the 4th year. My Dr. Mohammed Ubaumian couldn't do Kesier. Now in you come boom. Niemfa NPP party no enkoye e wo dinimu. Amen.
Sekufi Uzubempa and Dosekeno.